Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream. Today it is Christmas Eve. That's my windows going off in the background. 24th of December 2021, 4 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. Back in XP11, back in the ZIBO Mod 737. We've hung up our Alpaca Airways uniform today. Today we are going as contract to Alpha Papa. ASL Airlines Ireland, who have a couple of Prime Air liveried, Amazon Prime Air liveried 737 Boeing converted freighters. I thought I'd just change it up a little bit. And that's why we're at East Midlands Airport. I think they operate from this airport, and we're going on a lovely two-sector day in the UK. We've got Orbex scenery for all the airports, Orbex, True Earth as well, lovely scenery to look at here. We're going to be starting off at East Midlands, flying up to Edinburgh, flight time about 45 minutes, and then we're going to carry on going north-east bound from Edinburgh to the Shetland Islands for the first time, to
40,
Sumburgh, an
30,
airport we're yet to visit,
20,
and one that's probably not best suited for a 737. Pete Hess, thank you very much for the £20 donation.
Thanks for everything over the last year, Captain.
Oh, Pete, you're most welcome. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member as well. That's a very generous donation there. 20 quid coming in. Thank you so much for your continued support as a member. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. Now, whilst I'm just saying that, I completely forgot to set up Flyline. I knew I forgot to do something at the start of the stream. I should be all ready to go now as well. Pro streamer here. There we are, perfect, all ready to go. Let's anyway zoom on in towards the aircraft. Look at the weather conditions here, absolutely atrocious. 300 metres, fog, overcast at 100 feet. You need to complete an auto land here. We're actually going to descend into the fog layer. Oh, I can see a car going around the racetrack there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you need to take off alternate. We'll talk about departing airports with low visibility and take off alternate shortly. It would have been quite cool to come back here to do an auto land, but you'll see as we descend into the mist, it'll look very murky indeed. Anyway, who have we got here? 0321 Short, hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, dear people, said plainly. Wally Person, will you ever do a face reveal? Don't have a face. Greg Scott, weather not that great here in Edinburgh. Yeah, I think it's looking a bit foggy there too. Alpaca Prime, yeah, we could go with that, couldn't we? Yeah, no, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Joe Drage as well. I saw your shameless plug in there of your other account. I'm only joking. Guys, if you get a chance, go check out Joe Drage Productions, who's made a video for our Alpaca Air Racing series a while back. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you very much for coming in to help moderate. JPF1, finally able to catch the live stream. Happy Christmas, everybody. Happy birthday. Happy Christmas to you. Andy H1302, Ben Matthews, Shuey's here. Pete, we've just seen your donation. Thanks, buddy. Simulation Nation, hello. I am on ground. Hello, Simulation Nation. Thank you very much for the ATC. Or someone else was not doing it today, but hello anyway. Who else we got? Tom C. Adam Warrington. Loads of people in here already. Anyway, but there is the Prime Air livery. Looks really cool. What I didn't actually realise it would do is actually take out all the seats in the cabin. Now, unfortunately, there's no modelled cargo door or anything like that, or if I load cargo, you can't see it in there. But it looks really, really cool. The livery's really nice. EI Dad is an ex-Ryanair aircraft. We were looking into it today with some of the other members. I think ASL Airlines have got a couple of ex-Ryanair aircraft now painted in Prime Air aircraft colours, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Dad is the reg today. Anyway, we'll professionally get ourselves into the cockpit just like this. But there you go, look. All the seats taken out, which is a really cool touch. I guess that was the livery maker. Yeah, unfortunately, the windows on the outside are blanked out. Inside, you can see through them, but it's a small thing to pay here. So yeah, no cabin crew. There we are, professional as ever. Straight to the flight deck, and yeah, it will be just carrying 10 tons of cargo to Edinburgh, and then onwards to Sumburgh. There we are. 0321 Short, can you lower the music volume or raise your mic volume? Yes, during the start we just have very loud intro music, but it is a little bit quieter now whilst we get on with the setup there. Domino C, EI Mum, unbelievable. I don't know if there is an EI Mum. There's probably a Mum rage somewhere. Anyway, batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps are on, landing gear levers down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. We're going to check all the aircraft documentation. Working our way on down here, check the squibs. We are 3 hours behind live time in the simulator, just so we can enjoy the Orbex True Earth scenery, although I don't think we'll see much of it today with the visibility forecast to be quite poor everywhere. There's the fault and fire test complete, emergency exit lies armed, and there's no passengers on the cargo aircraft. I guess they just have the fasten seatbelt sign on permanently, not so sure. No cabin crew, but we'll test the attend button as well. Here is our operational flight plan for sector number 1. So East Midlands to Edinburgh, unbelievably, Navigraph and SimBrief also have the option to select a takeoff alternate. Now, what is a takeoff alternate? Well, when visibility is quite poor at your departure airport, you might not be able to actually get back into the airport. Let's say if we take off and have a technical problem. The visibility in this case is actually below Cat 1 minima, so if the engine was to fail after departure, we couldn't actually land back here at East Midlands Airport, so we have to find a takeoff alternate, a suitable takeoff alternate nearby. Now, when I say nearby, absolute maximum distance is one engine, single engine flight time away on a 2-engine aircraft, so we could technically have Edinburgh as our takeoff alternate because it's well within 1 hour single engine flight time. I think it's 219 miles. It's about 427 or 427 miles is the single engine flight time of the 737, so we could select Edinburgh. Manchester's a little bit closer, so we've selected that as our takeoff alternate. The visibility there is fine to get on in after a Cat 1 ILS. Weather in Edinburgh, I see someone's just put in chat there, Taylor Earl, so it's okay. Winds from the east 14 knots, so usually it's runway 24, but it'll be runway 06 today with that. It's not too bad, but what can we do? Kick my cat. One dislike already. Someone was unhappy with their Christmas socks. Can you see dislikes now? I thought YouTube had stopped people seeing dislikes, so I have no idea how you're seeing it, Cat, but yeah, I guess someone was unhappy with socks. Hey, I don't mind having socks at Christmas nowadays. Right, anyway, block fuel was only 4.2 tonnes. Let's take an extra 30 minutes. Quite a few of you joining in on this sector. So that would be 5 point, let's go 5.253. Let's go 5.3 on the fuel. So fuel 5.3. Now, I know we don't have any passengers, but just to put a little bit of load on here, I'm going to put here 115 passengers. Just use your bit of imagination. That's generated a payload of 10 tonnes, so we're going to use 10 tonnes of cargo on this sector. And the fuel, we just need to get uplifted, so I think I've muted all the sounds, so when I press start flight leg, you can't hear any boarding, which is a little bit more realistic.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
And the fuel's on its way. So flaps are up, matching flaps. The flap indicated. Sorry, the flaps are up, matching up on the flap indicated position. Cargo fire test. Forward and aft discharged. Got the fire warning lights there. Squawk should be 2000. 2000. Turn up the lighting here. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Gear extension doors are closed. Circuit breakers are all in here. Up on the overhead panel. Store warning test. Need to wait a little bit longer for those. Flight recorder test. Mac airspeed warning test. IRS to nav. Check the circuit breakers on this side. Make sure they're all in. Check the technical log. The PPE, safety equipment is all in. Looking good. Jane Natris, how is the new PC working out for you? Really well. We've got all Orbex scenery here, and I'm streaming, and I'm getting 60 FPS with all the settings a notch higher than I had previously. So yeah, really, really pleased with it so far. EI Sun, EI Pro, look at you lot there. 10 tons of transparent cargo, yes. Well, I don't know, we've got props from the Harry Potter movie. Yes, 10 tons of invisibility cloaks in the cargo hold for you to enjoy looking at. Superb. What else here is in chat? Jason Dictor, put the landing gear retract on the ground. No, if you put the gear up, there's a lock there, and even if you've overlooked that, it shouldn't come up. Oh, it is possible to see dislikes with a browser plugin. Oh dear, well, I didn't even know that. Well, damn you, non-liker. Right, let's grab some weather. East Mids, we've got ground and tower online. There's no ATIS, unfortunately, so the METAR, I think someone popped up a second ago. Let me just scroll up here. So I think I've already lost it. There we are. So East Midlands, 1450 Zulu. So this is 20 minutes ago. Wind 0507, 200 meters using runway 27 with 375 meters RVR in fog. Overcast 100, 6 degrees. QNH is 1002.
Ground
So
flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
So despite the fact that runway 09 is preferred, they're using runway 27 East Midlands because they only have Cat 3 on runway 27, not 09. So when you have a look at the airport charts, we talk about minimums for approach and RVRs for approach, but there is a minimum RVR requirements for takeoff as well, which you need to be aware of. So if you go here to airport, it should be on the takeoff minimums chart. Here we are. So it says here for takeoff, in low visibility takeoff, LVTO, if you have high intensity runway lights, edge lights, centerline lights, and relevant RVR reported, you can have a takeoff RVR of 125 meters. And a few things you need to bear in mind: you can't just do this if you have your lights. The airline needs to have approval in its AOC. My operator does, so we can take off at 125 meters. And you can see as different lights become inoperative. For example, if there's no lights, daytime only, 500 meters. If there's no edge lighting, 400 meters. At least I don't like Jefferson charts. They don't put it out the information as clear as the ones my operator uses. But yeah, we've got all the lights available. Minimum RVR for takeoff is 125 meters. We have 375, I think it was. So that's absolutely fine for departure. Obviously, if it's below 125, we can't take off. If you have a heads-up display, look, you can further reduce it to 75, but we don't have that there. So happy with the takeoff RVR. Now let's look at the let me start again. Let's look at the flight plan so we can enter the information in the FMC. So FMC, latest air rack is installed. We're in East Midlands, which is Echo Golf November X-ray. Coordinates coming in, GPS left. Thanks for subscribing, Rene, as well. So you can't return in case of engine out. That's correct, Listerman. Yeah, we wouldn't come back here because we can't fly an auto land at my operator with an engine out, only to Cat 1 minimum. So there's no way we'd attempt to get here for Cat 1 ILS. Typically, and it is the case here, I think we need 550 meters minimum RVR for the approach. There's be an approach ban in force. You can fly an approach regardless of the fact if there's an approach ban, but you can't go below 1,000 feet. Unless the RVR is above the minimum required. All RVR is all that's controlling in these situations, not the cloud base. Anyway, we've got the routing in. Our call sign today is not Alpaca, it's contract to Alpha Papa, and I've already forgotten their ICAO code. It's ABR2 to Alpha Papa. ABR2 Alpha Papa. Departing runway 27, it'll be a Trent to November departure, and not much in the form of routing here. Trent, November 57, Pole, and from Pole it's Upper November 601 to INPIP. From INPIP it's the INPIP 1 Echo, B06, and... I have operated out of Edinburgh in the past, but I cannot remember what transition
40,
it is, so
30,
what I'll do is just leave it for
20,
now. And it's got the star in and just confirm later if there's ATC, but I think that has a bit of all direct routing. Thank you, Andy.
Merry Christmas and thanks for all the great content this year.
Thank you very much, Andy Robertson, from the United States for the $10. Very kind of you. Glad you've enjoyed all the videos. It's been great fun making them. I don't know where the year's gone, personally. It's just in a flash, but thank you very much for your donation there, very kind, and I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving and you have a nice Christmas as well. Thank you very much, Andy. Hello, Crookswood boy. Merry Christmas, he says. Simulation Nation, they're using 09, is it? So Trent 3 Papa. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll confirm the clearance in a second, and then we'll find out what runway is in use. Easy enough to change. In fact, what we'll do, we'll get the clearance now. We are due off in 13 minutes. We're doing okay for time.
Minimums, minimums, minimums. Approaching minimums.
Thank you, Lauren V 2500 for your continued support as a member. 7 months now. He says, Merry Christmas, boss. Now about that raise. What raise? Thank you very much. By raise, you mean more likely to win giveaways. That's sus. I'm only joking, of course. I forgot to mention, guys, 2 giveaways today. Just to say a massive thank you to all of you. Once we've landed in Edinburgh, a winner can choose any item from the Teespring store, the Flight Data Sim Teespring store. If you want the new backpack, the pint glass, the mug, the hoodie, you let me know. Once we've arrived in Sumburgh,
50,
I'll
40,
be giving away a $50
30,
X-Plane
10.
gift card, or if you're from the UK, you can have an Amazon £50 card. Up to you. Thank you, Kevin.
Tis the season to be jolly, tra la 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 la. Merry Christmas and thanks for everything you do.
Minimums, minimums, minimums. Approaching minimums.
Can I play that again? Because it was so funny. Thank you very much, Ben Matthews. 13 months, 1 year. Happy Christmas, Captain and Jack. Thank you very much, Ben Matthews.
50,
oh, guys.
40, 30,
oh,
20,
no. Coming in
10.
with another song. Thank you very much, Kieran. Harvey, for the £3.
12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Thanks, Kieran, for the £3. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you very much for your continued support. Our residential train driver as a member, as a flying sim. Oh my goodness. I don't think we're going to get away today.
Approaching
I forgot to mention, I'm on standby as well, so I need to keep a close eye on my phone. I could get called in to fly at any second here. Pangolin, thanks for the 10 months as a member. Afternoon Boss, looking forward to the day you decide to rig the giveaway in my favour. Thank you very much, Pangolin. Yes, 2 giveaways. 1 in Edinburgh, any item from the merch store. 1 once we've landed in Sumburgh. XP11 Gift Store card, which I can give worldwide, but if you're from the UK, you have the option of a £50 Amazon gift card as well. I can only do UK entrance for that one. I've discovered that when I did the group flight a few days ago. So there we are. Sorry, just because of banter, I just wanted to do that tra-la-la-la one so much because I'm a child at heart, and it was so
50,
funny. So I'm just going to repeat that alert,
30,
Kevin, just because
20,
it's so
10.
funny. Tim wanted to mention trains, why don't you?
Tis the season to be jolly, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, Merry Christmas and thanks for everything you do.
Forever a child I will be. Thank you very much again. That was crazy. Sim Captain, Merry Christmas. Hope you're well, mate. Here in Norway, the 24th is like the big day, so you can sadly not watch much of your stream today. In many other countries as well, the Sim Captain. I'd be at my family's today, or leaving. I'm going tomorrow morning. But my standby is until 10:30 tonight, so I've got to stick around home. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, they won't call. That's why I'm streaming, just to have a bit of a chill out with you guys whilst I wait for Christmas Day. Jane Andrews, those standby call up to go to Turkey or Canaries. You imagine that? Unbelievable. Right, anyway, where were we? Yes, getting the clearance. Let me just do that and turn up the volume on X-Pilot here. I think we're still mute down there, which is why.
78 Papa Zulu East Midlands, ground to low clearance Edinburgh, Trent 3 Papa squawk, sit 28, correction 2057.
Well, I'm happy he said Trent 3 Papa, so that's the other runway. So 09 Trent 3 Papa. There we are. So all the information is in, and the routing Trent direct Tipple. Trent direct Tipple, just make sure that was... What's going on here? Are these points? They must be points on the departure. Trent Tipple Denby. November 5-7 to Pole. Yes, that's on the airway. That's why I was a little bit confused. Right, activate that. Execute. 0 fuel weight, 53.1. Reserves for our alternate Glasgow is just 2 tons, I think. 1902, so 2 tons. Cost index 30 here at ASL Airlines, like at Alpaca Airways. Flight level 240 for the cruise. Flight time just 45 minutes. Steep descent after in-rev.
Minimums.
Fix
Approaching
shortly.
minimums.
Top climb wind 219 at 12. I won't bother with the average because it's only about 4 knots off. It's such a short flight. Won't make much difference. Top climb ISA -5. And I've completely forgot to copy and paste the information from the OPT with regards to the takeoff performance. I did actually do it there. Petrich, thank you very much for your 21 months as a member, as long as that's crazy. Our pleas for White Christmas have backfired. Fog is white, but this is not what we meant.
50,
Unfortunately,
40,
we all wish
30,
for a white Christmas instead.
20,
We are
10.
enveloped in thick fog, unfortunately. But there we are. See alpacas representing on their way. Kid
Happy
there.
Christmas and thank you, Captain.
Thank you very much. That's very kind. Thank you so much for your continued support as a member as well. Appreciate it, buddy. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you have an enjoyable Christmas too. Thanks, man.
Minimums.
22k.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
It is Christmas, so we'll have a bit more of a chill street today. 48 degrees was the assumed temperature. Quickly punched it into the OPT. 87.7 is fine. Flat 5. Wet speeds for departure. 26, 34, 37. So 6 units of trim coming in. Why is my joystick not working? Let me just... There we are. Nothing a bit of off and on does. Oh, guys.
Approaching minimums.
That's crazy. 6 units of trim coming in. 137 knots. There we are. Let's going to be a lot of distractions today. Thank you very much, Kieran, flexing my 24 months. Where's your alpaca logo? I haven't seen it yet. Thank you very much, Kieran. 2 years you've been here. Absolutely crazy. Matt's 2 months as a member. Thanks, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, Captain, and chat also. Thank you very much, Matt. And, of course, Merry Christmas to everyone in chat as well. Dean Thomas, you must be parked outside my workplace. I work at DHL warehouse at East Midlands Airport.
40,
I'll look out for you. Have
30,
a lovely Christmas. Yes,
20,
we are on
10.
stand. I think it's 100 something. 101, there we are. Oh my.
One is excited to see the 737 finally on the way with one's hampers, but perhaps you didn't hear one is a Twinser this year and not Balmoral? Charles will just have to get in the car and pick them up. One looks forward to better service next year.
Lizzie Windsor, Her Majesty is coming here. Thank you very much for the £5. I did hear you're not at Balmoral this year. Yes, I guess you're around Scotland maybe somewhere or something, having to use Amazon Prime to get up your royal Christmas hamper. Thank you very much, Her Majesty, for your continued support with the £5 with your face on it. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much, Mom. Jesus Christ. Right, so I'm going to try and grab clearance now and see what's going on here.
Contract 311, stand 1201, request push and start. Contract 311, stand 101, push and start every phase west.
We've got Andy to do the checklist today as well.
Approved facing west, contract 311.
Right, they're just on for the APU. First alpaca airborne to Edinburgh. Excellent.
Sierra Kilo Sierra taxi at point Golf.
Are you using TCA Boeing yoke? Still using the Airbus side stick, but in the new year I'll be using a stream with the yoke with my camera. Just finishing up getting all the cameras set up at the moment. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place today with you guys being crazy. QNH 1002.
Sierra Kilo Sierra, just confirm holding point Golf 2 due to low visibility operation.
Oh, you're using LVPs in here, extra realistic. So airports, they will have different hold points for LVPs just to keep the runway protected. Ground, very good afternoon. Contract 2 Alpha Papa stand 101, QNH 1002, departure clearance to Edinburgh, please.
Alpaca 2 Alpha.
He said alpaca.
Just confirm the last bit.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa Eastman, correction, stand
50,
clearance Edinburgh,
40.
3 Papa Squawk 7570.
Cleared to Edinburgh on the Trent 3 Papa departure, and just confirm the squawk, please. Contract 2 Alpha Papa.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa Squawk 7570.
7570 on the Trent 3 Papa to Edinburgh. Contract 2 Alpha Papa. I keep trying to say alpaca.
Correct information Bravo on QNH 1002.
QNH 1002, our contract 2 Alpha Papa. I'm going to be doing that all day today. Thank you very much. Lizzie Windsor again. I just had to mute it whilst I was getting my clearance
40,
there. Lizzie,
30,
thank you.
20.
I'm going to say alpaca contract or my own operator's call sign several times today. Thanks again, Lizzie.
One's Christmas hamper does not come from Amazon. One's Christmas hamper is sourced from Fortnum and Mason.
Of course, Lizzie. Why would I ever think anything else? Thank you very much for the £5, Your Majesty. No, you wouldn't use Amazon Prime to get your Christmas hamper from Fortnum and Mason. You'd probably stick it on your BAE 146 or something. Anyway, thank you very much, Her Majesty. Performance done, 6 units of trim. I did actually not end up getting completely set. 137 knots V2, I did. Right, overhead panel, yaw dampers on, nav transfer, display switches, normal auto. Fuel, crossfeeds checked. Bright and dim, working our way down here. We'll turn up the panel lighting slightly. Window heat can come on. We're not in freezing conditions, it's 6 degrees. We are in icing conditions. It'd be likely we wouldn't need to be de-iced if the aircraft's been sat on the ground. Pax auto, put the AP bleed on now, and that can go to steady. There we are. So flight directors now on. Let's have a little look at the Trent departure. So airports, we can get rid of this SID, which was the other Trent departure. Now I'm going to go for the Trent 3 Papa. Trent 3 Papa for runway 09. So runway 09 will confirm the QDM, so it is 088. Now when you're operating in low visibility procedures, it's a good idea to set the ILS frequency as well for the departure runway.
50,
The reason is
40,
it can be in quite
30,
difficult foggy conditions,
20,
not so much here, but you
10.
want to make sure you're actually lined up properly on the runway. If it's very thick, it can be difficult to spot there. My goodness, guys, Jonathan.
Season's greetings and best wishes to you and Jack. Here's a little to get something nice and looking forward to your exploits next year.
Thank you very much,
Minimums,
Jonathan Wiltshire, for the
minimums,
very
approaching
generous £20.
minimums.
Guys, this is off the scale, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, Jonathan, £20 as well. Liam, thank you very much for the £27 donation. Sorry, 27. You're 27 months as a member. TCAS alert, low flying reindeer have been spotted performing test flights near Edinburgh Airport. Oh my god, Liam, thank you very much indeed. Now, guys, this is incredibly generous. I don't know what to say. Like, just enjoy the stream. But one thing I wanted to point out as well, ZIBO, who makes this mod, he does it completely for free, and don't ever, you know, I'd never like to say, guys, oh, go give X, Y, and Z some support or whatever. But one thing that always makes me consider people's work and effort into doing things is ZIBO, and ZIBO does this for completely free. He does accept donations. If you go to his download page, and he has right at the bottom there PayPal, you know, before you consider giving me anything for Christmas, you know, consider ZIBO as well. He's made such an incredible aircraft available here, and yeah, his support work would be very much appreciated, I'm sure, by a little kind gesture, even if it's a couple of quid. Because he does it for absolutely free, and I think I give him exposure, as do all the other streamers as well. But his work, I think, could be well recognised. I think we'll give him a nice gesture ourselves at the end of the stream. What is ZIBO like compared to the real thing? Very good, Ellis. It's my preferred desktop 737 in the simulator. I prefer XP11 slightly over Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment, because it's a little bit more realistic. Aircraft handle, so I prefer using the ZIBO mods. Anyway, where did we get to? Routing is in 2 Alpha Papa. Speeds, yes, we're doing the setup. 088 for the QDM and the runway heading. And then for our departure then, it's straight ahead, slight right turn after departure, as soon as possible after passing end of the runway, but at around
40,
above 810, 096 briefly, 1.5 DMEs, we actually do need the ILS. Left turn in set 127, so 307 inbound. Thanks, KL74.
Hi Cap, just tuning in while reading the manuals for the DCS F-18.
Oh my goodness
A
me.
nice early crimbo prissy. Thank you for all the entertainment this year.
Thank you, a nice little crimbo prezi. That's awesome, thank you very much, KL74. Fantastic. What do you guys think about me trying out DCS for the first time? I'm thinking of doing a 0 hours played live stream on an aircraft. I'll get some nice payware quality one like the Warthog or something like that, because it's something a lot of people have asked for. I'm going to have a lot more time off now in January because of the COVID restrictions. My operators actually cancelled quite a few flights next month. Hopefully things will improve in February, so I'm going to have a bit more time available to stream, which I'm looking forward to. Awesome, 6,000 feet, Squawk is in. I'm all over the place. You guys love it when I forget things though and make mistakes. 7570. There we are. Standby. FMC's loaded. Auto brakes RTO. We were due off 2 minutes ago. We still need Andy to read the checklist as well. Make sure we've not forgotten anything. APU on the bus. APU leads on. Right, Andy, can we have the safety inspection checklist, please? Whilst I find it. Where have I put you, Andy? Let's get you out your box. Andy is one of the members of my channel who very kindly recorded the challenge element of a checklist which I can respond to, which I'm looking forward to using more. Auto brake. What's wrong with my auto brake? Is it broken? Auto brake disarm light. That's unusual. Just make sure I don't have any failures. You can dispatch with auto brake disarm, you just have to brake manually, of course. I don't have failures on. Have I discovered a strange bug? Auto brake disarm. I'll have a little look at the QRH prior to dispatch and the MEL. We might have no auto brake for today's flight. I've not programmed anything to go wrong, but anyway, Andy, checklist, please.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
Is on.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Thank you, Andy. Can I have the before start checklist to the line, please?
Before start checklist to the line.
Thanks.
IRS mode selectors.
They are nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Imagine that's checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
Is on.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Fuel.
Let's have a look at how much fuel we need for this sector then. So grabbing the operational flight plan. Charts here. We've got 4.2 required, we've got 5.2 on board, and just the 4 pumps on.
Cabin util IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurisation.
So we've got the PAX auto, bleeds on, and set for Edinburgh.
Pressurisation mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
Broken. Oh, it's
hydraulic.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down intent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set standby.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Got visibility cloaks.
FMC CDU.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
We got reduced 22k.
Stab trim.
86.7, 26, 34, 37. Sorry, what was that, Andy? Stab trim? Yes, 6.0 units set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Side set.
Phones.
Off.
EFB.
Airplane mode stowed.
Flight deck windows and cockpit doors.
Locked.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
No passengers.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Cheers, Andy. As fluid as ever. We can now request push and start. Oh my days. I love it.
Push and start approved facing
Oh no, I
west,
can't. I
policy
haven't even got it connected
1408.
yet. Oh my goodness me. Guys, if you are enjoying this sort of chilled stream on this Christmas Eve, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Very much appreciate it.
Ground to cockpit.
Oh.
Tow is driving up.
It's Mr. Shouty. Merry Christmas to you. Actually, so let's discuss it. So if we have a technical problem prior to departure, we need to consult the MEL. So I can't show you it, but I have it in front of me. The MEL. I'll tell you what it says about having the order brake inoperative for if we can dispatch or not. So here we are, MEL. We want RTO. Let's search. So MEL RTO under flight controls category. No, this can't be right.
Taxi Bravo,
Now, why am I searching auto brake?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So auto brake is under the landing gear section of the MEL. Apparently you can dispatch without parking brake either. So auto brake system, we have 1 installed, 0 required for dispatch. Maybe an operative provided the system is deactivated and secured by maintenance action. And the maintenance have to do a number of items prior to us dispatching to make sure it doesn't work. And the only thing is we can't brake manually, that's it. So we can dispatch, but it seems to have fixed itself now anyway, so the light's extinguished. So the MEL is no longer applicable. Right, we can now request push and start. Just make sure we get the right stand number again. I got 101. It's East Midlands ground. Contract 2 Alpha Papa, stand 101, request push and start.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa, stand 101, push and start approved, face west.
Push start approved to face west. Contract 2 Alpha Papa. Really having to think about the call side today. Oh dear.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
So, this guy is so moody. Right, facing west. There we go.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Stand by. Packs off. Anti-collision lights on. Parking brake. We'll release in a second. Transponder out off. And can I have the before start checklist below the line, Andy?
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Out off.
Before start checklist complete.
Releasing parking brake. We're on our way.
Minimums.
Andy
Approaching
Holman, have you
minimums.
ever said alpaca in real life?
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
So close, Andy. A few times I have. I've let slip a few times my operator's call sign, which is to everyone's amusement. And I have in the simulator though, on a sim check, I've accidentally said alpaca. But the instruction examiner, who I knew, found that very amusing. So
We won't be able to
about
see on
the,
straight away, we'll
videos I
behind
make.
in 777
Right, starting now, engine number 2. So foggy today as well. Look at that.
14 decimal 0, thanks to the ATC. Have a Merry Christmas. Neptune 7224.
Ed 2. Valentine, thanks to the 35 months. Haven't been able to attend many streams this year, but wishing a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to the whole Flying Deck to Sim community. Thank you very much for your continued support. That is such a long time, man. 35 months. Absolutely crazy. There we go. Christ, he's demanding, I know. Contral Packer to Alpha Papa, says Kevin Vick. Andy Craigie, Brian, cheers up, it's Christmas. I've got a funny feeling he might be coming to Edinburgh with me as well. Start a canal, 132. 6, 3, 2, stable, starting now, engine number 1. Look at this weather.
50, 40, 30, 20,
God,
10.
2. Thank you very much, Ryan, for the £1.5. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. N1, oil pressure. I'll alert as soon as you get taxi. We'll get all the alerts so we can at least get airborne without too much disruption. What's going on here? We've got aircraft facing every direction. Aerologic 777. We've got a United 737 and a TNT. Is that 400? That's pretty cool. It's going to end up with a lump of coal, it sure is.
Quality 4208, request taxi.
Launch engine number 1. 1 is stable.
Quality 4208, taxi, Bravo.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Hold short of.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Excellent. Andrew Sinclair, Merry Christmas, Captain. Thank you very
Bravo,
much, buddy.
50, 40, 30,
Cheers,
20,
Greg.
10.
It's crazy.
Holding the line.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Merry Christmas, Captain, to you and all the alpacas.
Thank you very much, Greg Scott, for the £4.50. Also a member. Thank you so much for the continued support as well, buddy. Really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and to all the alpaca members as well. Thank you very much. Disconnected. This visibility is poor, but it's in excess of 300 or 400 metres. You can sort of see that, so no issues for departure there. So I'll now mute the alerts now, guys.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Perked up a little bit, hasn't he? We'll see you next time.
Taxi de holding point go via Bravo, Foxtrot and Alpha, quality 4208.
So whilst we're just waiting for that, whilst we're actually operating in LVPs, it'd be worthwhile having a look at the gen information about LVP procedures at this airport. There we are. So there's the bypass pin and the tug, and we'll now configure the aircraft before taxi. So generators on, APUs off, start switches, probe heat on, wing and engine anti-ice on for departure, packs auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off, flaps to 5, flight controls, full forward, full back, left and right. Here comes the rudders, full right and, ooh, got a little bit stuck on my foot there, full left, recall, blank the lower DU, and Andy, could I please have the before taxi checklist?
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pack sort of bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
So flaps we have 5 required, 5 selected, and a green light.
Stab trim.
6 units required, 6 units set.
Starts levers.
Idles TEDs.
Flight control.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Andy.
78 Papa Zulu, ready for taxi. 78 Papa Zulu, taxi Charlie, Quebec, Alpha, hold short of the hotel. Roger, taxi Charlie, Quebec, Alpha, can you say the hold short again? 78 Papa Zulu. 78 Papa Zulu, hold short of
Gino, just departed. See you in Edinburgh, Captain. We'll catch up with you, Gino.
Before leaving my mic, contact Midlands Tower 124.0, Merry Christmas. 124.0,
24.0, easy, pulling up Mike, Merry Christmas.
Ground contract to Alpha Papa, request taxi.
Contract to Alpha Papa Taxi, Bravo Foxtrot, hold short of Alpha.
Bravo Foxtrot and hold short of Alpha. Contract to Alpha Papa. So Bravo Foxtrot, I'm just going to hold short of the main taxiway ahead there. And we'll have a quick look. Well, we would have done that and briefed it prior to going out there, but we'll show you whilst we're taxiing out. So turn off taxi lights are on, parking brake released, config, no config warning, and we're on our way to Edinburgh. So LVPs, airports will have specific procedures when LVPs are in force. LVP stands for low visibility procedures. So it says during Cat 2, Cat 3 operation, which can't be the case because they're using runway 09, it's only got Cat 1. But it says during procedures of low visibility to protect departing aircraft, LVPs may be enforced. Arriving aircraft are limited to Cat 1 or Cat 1 approaches only. Pilots will be informed via ATIS. During LVPs, all departures will be via holding point Golf 2, and all landing aircraft must vacate via Alpha 2. So I don't know if they're actually doing that today, but we cannot. We have to go via Golf 2, not Hotel or Mike. We have to use Golf here in LVPs. And you'll be using the Cat 2 hold points. See if there's more information on the second page. Taxi procedures, so this will be in LVPs as well. Or perhaps not, these are just general instructions. So there you are, that's essentially what we need to bear in mind. Yes, proper pea soup, yes it is.
Balloons ground, Alpha 45 Lima, request push and start please.
Alpha 45 Lima, stand 6, pushing start to blue face north.
Push and start blue face north, Alpha 45.
So we're going to go to Alpha 10, because there's not much else. Have I just gone too far? Have I just... Oh no.
Contract to Alpha Papa, you've missed the right Foxtrot.
Yeah, sorry about that, we'll just do a 180 here, contract to Alpha Papa.
Okey-dokey.
Oh no, I'm not looking at chat. I must not look at chat for the next 3 minutes. I was too busy chatting away. Oh no. Right, so thrust on the outboard engine just to improve the turn. This is really, really embarrassing. Jeebus. I was too busy looking at... Right, what excuses could I make here? I was showing you the LVP procedures. Yes. No one saw anything. I don't think ATC really minded at all. Contract to Alpha Papa approaching Alpha 10.
Contract to Alpha Papa, continue taxi other point Golf, correction. Taxi Alpha, hold short Golf.
Alpha, hold short Golf. Contract to Alpha Papa. Oh no. That's probably one of the most embarrassing things I've done. Before takeoff checklist, please, Andy, quickly. Let's change the topic.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
5 green light.
Stab trim.
6 units set.
Takeoff briefing.
Takeoff briefing. Pax Auto bleeds on. V speeds are set for departure. 26, 34, 37. They're wet speeds, and we're flying a Trent 3 Papa straight ahead. 1.5 essentially left turn 307 to Trent. Stop altitude 6,000 feet. NADP 1. Any problems will climb straight ahead 3,000 feet. Reviewed.
Cabin.
No passengers, so cabin secure.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Thank you very much, Andy. Just getting your money's worth on the airport charges. Absolutely sure, yeah. Oh, dear. So we'll use the Golf 2 hold point, which is this second line. You've got the Golf 1, that's Cat 1, the Cat 2, Cat 3 hold points here. I don't know if EasyJet's ahead of us. Lauren, excuse low visibility. We couldn't see where I was going. Dear. Joe Drage makes stand-off coming here. Yeah, it's the Airbus v Boeing, isn't it? There we are. It's in the air. It's a funny EasyJet. I think that might be an enhanced skyscaping. Just if you get into the viz, that's what it looks like. PJ, topic successfully changed. Achievement unlocked.
World Express 213 for check.
Liam, that's why there's two of us. Yep.
World Express 2134, reasonability fine.
Fair flight. I see any builds have a sail on cockside between 300 or 310.
Request for clearance to Edinburgh.
They're both very similar aircraft. 310's got much better range, so for your transatlantic or long flights, I'd recommend that. Don't forget, any builds at the moment are having a sale on, and guys, on the 28th, I'll be taking part in an any builds group flight, yet to be published or promoted yet. I was hoping it would have been the V2 of the A300, but I spoke to the devs, and unfortunately it looks like the A300 V2 won't quite be ready for the 28th, so I will be taking part in the group flight still, but probably going to take the Beluga, and there will be some giveaways and things to do with that, but I need to finish coordinating with the guys organising that group flight. But that will be on the 28th. In the United States, I'll be flying a Beluga, and we'll do another Indie Build stream when A300 V2 comes out in the coming. I think it'll be in the coming days, guys, if not week. I guess there's someone on final. Contract 2 Alpha Papa. Am I giving way or vice versa?
You'll be giving away to the 78 Kappa Zulu, which is the A320 ahead of you.
Understood. Damn it! If I'd not taxied the wrong way, I think I might have made it. Yeah, whatever. Has anyone ever got a TCAS Select Flying Exosander? Who knows, Hamza? Model 08 just bought the Felis 747. Love it. Excellent aircraft.
Contact through
last public stream was in the Felis 747.
Point Golf 2, runway 09 via Alpha and Golf. Merry Christmas and have a great stream.
I think that was for me. Sorry. Contract 2 Alpha Papa, taxi holding point Golf, and we'll contact tower on 124.0. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye. Contact business tower 124.0. Bye.
124. I think I got a bit confused there. I don't know if that was for me or him, but he did say useful stream, which sort of have a nice stream. But we're over on tower now anyway, and we're behind easy. What airplane should I get for XP11? Where do we start, Air Unknown? Well, firstly, the ZIBO mod, don't forget it's completely free, the aircraft we're in here, so if you haven't got that already, that's a must. Payo aircraft, so many great ones to choose from now. The Indie Builds aircraft we were just mentioning, the Felis 747-200 for classic stuff, the Fly J Sims recently released Dash 8 is also an excellent product. There's so many great aircraft there. Edo, we should ask Jefferson for a flight exit sim shots to add more complexity to the game.
4 knots from 09, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, easy, full in my mic.
East Midlands Tower, hello, it's contract 2 Alpha Papa holding Golf 209 ready for departure sequence.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa, East Midlands Tower, hello. Continue hold Golf 2, number 2 for departure.
Holding Golf 2, contract 2 Alpha Papa. I thought that was EasyJet, just getting takeoff clearance. Oh, we've only been streaming for 50 minutes, not quite airborne. It was absolutely manic with you guys earlier, and then obviously very busy here at East Midlands. So you can see that there's Golf 2. That's the Cat 2, Cat 3 hold point, Golf 1 for the Cat 1 when LVPs are not in force. So we just got to make sure we hold short of this dashed line here. Whenever you fly as passengers, you'll see the signs clearly at airports with LVPs, Cat 2, Cat 3 approaches. Hi Bert fella, how's work been recently? It's been very busy November, December. It's really tailed off now. I'm off tomorrow and I'm flying to the Canary Islands on Boxing Day, and then I have standbys for the rest of the year, and next month's looking much quieter. I've only got 3 flights on the roster, which is looking, you can see up to 4 weeks ahead. The first week's the active roster, but for the weeks after they can change, but I have 3 flights. The Omicron has really dented consumer confidence to travel. I can't blame them because countries are changing their rules on a weekly basis.
Merry Christmas, full in my mic.
It would seem, won't it, that Omicron, although highly transmissible, isn't as deadly as other variants of the COVID. Well, this is what I read in the news, guys. So a lot. I think it's 100,000 people in the UK are getting it, but there's still a small number of hospitalisation cases. They are increasing, and they don't know how it'll affect the older population. But put it this way, this time last year we were in a far worse position with lockdowns. There were no vaccinations
78
at all.
Papa Zulu, service with 090 degrees
So a
forward,
much better
runway
position.
09, cleared takeoff.
Sumburgh Gary, never gonna give you up. J. David, man's just ignored me 3 times. I'm so sorry. It's very busy today, and obviously it's a critical phase of flight, so I get more time in the cruise. Having said that, they're 2 very short flights today. So yeah, this is the whole point. Golf 2. So foggy still. Hi Don, hello Captain, all the best, thank you very much, and all the best to you buddy, thanks for popping in. Fairlight, Tolis doesn't seem to have any sales unless I missed one. I really wanted the Airbus A340-600. I don't know if they're running a Christmas sale or not. I know most of the companies are. Steam, there's some great discounts at the moment.
It's middle tower, good link, subject to Tango Delta, R09 report is for the
Damn it.
Subject to Tango Delta, East Midlands Tower, hello, continue approach, runway 09, number 1.
continue approach, subject to the...
We're fully ready, let's go. Let's go. Miriam, what's the RVR?
Contract CF Papa, are you ready for immediate departure?
Fully ready, contract to Alpha Papa.
Contract CF Papa, flight Golf 2, service wind 090 degrees 4 knots, cleared immediate departure, runway 09.
Cleared immediate takeoff, runway 09, contract to Alpha Papa. So usually they give you the RVRs as well, but I'm happy we've got 350 metres. We can see what we need to see. So we're throttle, LNAV, transponder TARA. Toga's in chat, ladies and gentlemen. And Andy, could I have the before takeoff checklist below the line?
Before takeoff checklist below the line.
MCP is set.
Transponder.
TRA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Cheers, Andy. Timing. And we can easily see beyond 125 metres. All happy to go. That was a rubbish lineup. All over the place today. Stabilised. Toga, set takeoff thrust. I'll get back on the set side now. We've 86.8. Takeoff thrust sets. Indications normal.
80 knots.
Check. Release more pressure.
Subject to Delta Tango, expect air main turret.
Roger.
He'll make it. Hand off the thrust levers.
Rotate.
Up we go. And we're airborne.
Positive grade.
Gears coming up straight into the overcast conditions.
Subject to Delta Tango, service 090 degrees 4 knots, runway 09, cleared, clear line.
400.
Get the lens.
Now, now. Can you just see the aircraft? Beautiful.
1,000.
Ooh, if I follow the flight directors. So NADP 1, we'll wait until we're 3,300 feet to accelerate and bug up. Just follow the flight directors for now. There's climb thrust N1 at
Contract
1,500
to Alpha
feet.
Papa, what is Unicom 122 destination? Merry Christmas, bye bye.
122 destination, thank you so much to the ATC. Merry Christmas to you as well. Contract to Alpha Papa. Bye. There we are, over to Unicom. So on to the flying directors. Guys, kind of wait to get this yoke cam with the Boeing TCO yoke for you guys to see what I'm doing as well. But I'm just doing it on the stick, same inputs. Plan is to do some kind of like manual flow departures with it on a 2 second a day or something. I'll do that probably before New Year's. Oh, can now bug up. I've got a flashing A there. There's we'll continue to climb 6,000. That's an altitude, so we won't set standard just yet. There's V2 plus 15. Selecting flap 1. Looks like a sandstorm. It does have that sort of Tatooine look to it, doesn't it? Oh, I made a Star Wars reference during a stream. Amazing. Flaps up. Pitching up onto the flying directors. trimming now to maintain 201 knots. Command, there's no ATC, so I imagine we'll be cleared all the way up to our cruise level by Scottish. That's 240 set. Need to push out into vent to leave the restrictions in the FMC. Set standard. RC5, 8 flight level 240, anti-ice off and the after takeoff checklist. So start switches off, order brakes off, and the gears off as well. Air conditioning, pressurization, 2.5, and that's all climbing set. No passengers on this aircraft, recall. There we are, checks complete. After takeoff checks complete. Oh yeah, VNAV. There we go. Frequency then. There we go. Oh, it's on box 2, I think that's why it's getting radio at the moment. That's why. Excellent, we're on our way. Look at this. IMC on top. So cool. So Trent departure, inbound directly to the Trent VOR now, so we can come 15.7 on box 1 and 2, back up. Now we'll see Tango November Tango, and the RMI is pointing directly to the VOR. Beautiful. Jebez, can you show takeoff replay from outside view? No, I'm not going to do a replay for takeoff. It's just going to ruin sort of the flow of things. If I could do it on a second window, that would be quite cool, but unfortunately that is not possible. So, yes, won't work, unfortunately. It would do it, but I'm not going to. Andrew Sinclair, I think Amazon goes by Giant in the States. Don't know what their call sign is, but Amazon Prime, is it Amazon Air? Amazon Prime Air? I'm not sure. They're actually quite a big operation. And Amazon Prime have contracted ASL Airlines, which is the airline we're sort of flying today, contract to fly on behalf of, I think they do work for DHL and lots of other larger cargo companies. Just no idea what they're carrying, but yeah, they're operating all over Europe. Well, I say all over, there's a couple of aircraft, but they're based in Cologne, I think, of all places. Right, 108 to 240 pre-cruise check, so fuel 4 pumps are on, lights coming off, APUs off, pressurization 4.0, set, recall, can't listen to, well, can't use CPDLC yet, we'd be looking into that now, otherwise checks are all complete. Here we are, so heading towards Manchester there, got Liverpool over here, just north right over the UK. Amazon contracts to cargo, so Giant, Sun Country, Southern Air, etc. stateside. Very cool 2 tons. But yeah, there's our invisibility cloaks for today. It's really cool that they've removed the seats. I was really surprised to see it, and it's just delivering. I was like, oh, that's a really cool touch. 10 tons of invisibility cloaks on this sector to Edinburgh. ETA guys, we're 4 hours behind live time, so it's going to be 16:39 touchdown. Flight Sim, what is the program of the checklist? So that is all that is a pre-recorded checklist from one of the members. It's not a program, based on the checklist included with the ZIBO mod here, and all it's doing is reading the challenges. I'm just responding to it and pausing it where needed. So it's not a program, it's just a sound file. Just adds a lot of immersion to the stream though. Power Mystery, you'll be in East Midlands on February, very cool. Hello, Dallas Fort Worth, HVAC, Merry Christmas, Texas Captain, look forward to another flight here to Dallas Fort Worth, very cool. We have been there before, but it's been a long time since we've been over there, for sure. John Wiltshire, is brake temperature going to be an issue at Edinburgh today? So, unless you're, if you're using Order Brake 3 at gross weights sort of less than 55 tons, which I think we will be today, yeah, we're going to be landing about 55 tons. If you use idle reverse, you should still have sufficient time even then. If you use second detent reverse, you'll have no issues with brake cooling whatsoever at this gross weight. When you're landing at sort of plus 60 tons, it's 35 degrees outside, and then you're using Order Brake 3, that's where brake temperatures can become a little bit more restrictive for turnarounds. So in excess of, if you're an airline that does quite quick turnarounds like EasyJet or Ryanair, which have turnarounds around 25 minutes, brake cooling can be an issue, or one of the reasons you'll notice if they're flying back is when they use reverse thrust beyond idle, is because that's primarily because of brake cooling. But yeah, today there should be no issue with that. Matai, Stefan, how do you get that MCP? So this MCP is an option in the ZIBO mod. You go to configure, try and get this right here, display and variants, systems maybe, MCP panel, Honeywell or Collins. There's the Collins original, and here's the Honeywell, just like that. Matt Burgess, is there a brake temperature indicator on the 738? So there's an optional extra from Boeing you have to tick, and it will be under systems, and it will display brake temperatures. We don't have it in my operator, and neither do I have it with this configuration, the ZIBO mod. And if that's the case, the OPT app, which we use on our iPads, does it for us. So there's no need to have a brake temperature monitor really. The tables which we used to consult are now located in the OPT. You just simply put in all the information and it'll tell you, yeah, brake cooling time is 10 minutes, not applicable, or if you have
50,
very heavy brakes,
40,
it'll say don't
30,
take off
20, 10.
until you've got least, but that's sort of RTO territory there. But fella, thanks for £4.50.
Thanks for your generosity with your time and knowledge this year.
Anytime.
Please buy yourself some mince pies to snack on in the flight deck.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
Cheers, Bert fella. Thank you so much for your continued support as a member as well. Really appreciate it, buddy. I'll get myself some mince pies for Boxing Day. I actually have some in the fridge. I'm going to, well, I won't disclose which airport. I'm going to the Canary Islands on Boxing Day, and I have some mince pies as well as Christmas goodies, which I'm looking forward to sharing with my crew. So yeah, we'll be sure to do that, Bert fella. Thanks a lot, buddy. Want to go, approaching our cruise level, just of 240 today, so vertical speed, dialing in 1,000 feet per minute. All that lovely Orbex True Earth below, there's a smidge of it. There's an airport down there as well, but it does look absolutely spectacular, Orbex True Earth. I have to say massive thanks to Orbex because they let me use their products or display them free of charge to me, but I believe Orbex are running a sale at the moment for a number of their products for Christmas or the Christmas break, so be sure to check them out near the Peak District here. This livery I really like as well. It's one of the main reasons I went for it today. I just seen the private air livery in real life and I went, oh, that's actually really smart. Excellent. We are levelling off. Hi Dirk, we just hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, he says. Lauren, a lot of 7.3 operators don't have brake temp indicators. I hear many recordings of Southwest in particular with stuck flat brake issues, and the fire department always have to check the temp for them. Yes, I think there's a way they can check the temperature. But we just use the tables. I've not had any flap or brake issues ever in my career, so hopefully that will never be a problem for me. Touch wood.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
2 tons, what have you done? What is this?
12 alpacas queuing, 11 calls for clearance, 10 transmissions blocked, 9 flow items missed, 8 damn it Jim, 7 excuses, 6 meta chickens, 5 aircraft in the hold, 4 dodgy map names, 3 missed turns, 2 natcha flops, and Jack nudging into the live stream.
2 tons, that is 11 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. 12 alpacas queuing, 11 calls for clearance, 10 transmissions blocked, 9 flow items missed, 8 damn it gyms, 7 excuses, 6 meta chickens, 5 aircraft in the hold, 4 dodgy map names, 3 missed turns, 2 natural flops, and Jack nudging into the live stream. That's amazing, 2 tons. Thank you so much, man. Remember for so long, £10 of this donation there to the channel. Thank you very much, man. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Thanks, man. I even made me sing on a live stream, 2 tons. That's a rare thing. Brilliant. That fella's impressed with my singing. The pieces fit. What was your question there? What do you enjoy more? Approaches to beach or mountainous areas? Innsbruck v Madeira, for example, the 2 toughest approaches possibly in Europe you mentioned there. As long as the weather is favourable, I I enjoy the mountainous airports are quite good fun. Always terrain is always on the back of your mind. The MSA's more as and engine out procedures. So from that perspective, from a sort of more relaxing point of view, a beach destination is a little bit easier. Now Madeira is quite tricky because there's no direct approach onto the runway. You've got that approach on the easterly runway where it's sort of like a visual manoeuvre following the guiding lights, but what makes Madeira quite tricky is the wind direction. You can have really severe turbulence there with not that strong winds just due to the terrain. So yeah, I mean, for an easy day out, a beach destination is always going to be easier with flat terrain, or less to worry about. Just in and out of cloud here, so put the engine anti-ice on. Hi Monster, hope you're doing well, buddy. Merry Christmas everyone, evening, good day to you as well. Rosie, Britain's Got Talent entry in the new year. Unbelievable. Hologram, what's that this year's Flight Data Sim summary? Pretty much. No Joe Drage. No eyes. Right, how long till top of descent? 75 miles, as is such a short sector. Anyone want to grab the Edinburgh ATIS or Meta? Let's have a look what's going on there. Visibility should be much better. I think it's quite windy in Sumburgh as well. Thanks, Will MC9. Merry Christmas to you as well. ILS 06. And we're going to park in the cargo. We're going to go to North Apron here because I think this is all outside the terminal. The main apron's there, so we'll probably request parking in the North Apron. Parking stands. Yeah, we'll go there. Oh no, what do you love about flying the 737? From an operator perspective, firstly the reliability. The aircraft is a tried and tested aircraft, and been flying the NG for 10 years, and in
50,
those 10 years
40,
I've had very
30,
few technical
20,
the operator keeps
10.
fleet, you know, with absolutely as minimal amount of problems as possible. They fix issues so quickly.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, Andy Holman, for the $5. Very kind. Merry Christmas to you as well, coming in from the States. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and a great Christmas too. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks for the support. 737, incredibly reliable. In 10 years, I have had only very minor technical problems. You've got to forget an aircraft is a complex bit of kit with thousands of components, and things do go wrong occasionally. But even when they do, you can usually dispatch completely safely. So the 737 is an incredibly reliable aircraft. Great performance in climb, more so than the Airbus 320. We're always out climbing them. So much performance available. And it's a proper airplane at the end of the day. It's a stick and rudder airplane. When you disconnect, there's no gibbly gook in between you and the flight controls. It's you're manipulating the hydraulic servos, which are manipulating the flight controls. The inputs you make are exactly represented as you'd feel from any airplane. So yeah, I love flying the NG. It's really cool. It'd be sad to see it go one day, because I think the Max will be the last variant of the NG. Thanks guys for grabbing the weather in Edinburgh. Winds from the east, 10k, scattered at 3,800, 5 degrees, QNH is 1006. So the weather is A-OK. 1006 we preset here.
50,
We'll have a look
40,
at our arrival now as
30,
well. Thank you
20,
very much, Andy.
10.
Long-term members on the channel as well. Thanks a lot for the tenner, buddy.
Merry Christmas, boss.
Cheers,
Thanks for the content and community you've built here. It's all helped me get through a difficult year.
Cheers, Andy. Very kind. Thanks a lot, buddy. And yeah, we've been hearing all about your antics at work and your trucking job, and I think you're enjoying. You have to remind me, Andy, you're doing a smaller truck now, aren't you? But yeah, that's amazing that the channel's helped you get through that as well. And I can only thank you for being a member and giving me the continued support. And I'm glad it sounds like you're getting everything out of the membership. So thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate it, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Lauren 320 Neo will outclimb an NG though. Will it? Not fully loaded 220 passengers, I doubt it. I mean, we can get up to 41,000 feet with half load in about 15 minutes. It's the NG is incredibly overpowered aircraft. It's great. Right, anyway, arrival. it's going to be the IMPIP arrival, IMPIP 1 Echo. We're routing from IMPIP. We've got to be at 260 at IMPIP. Well, we'll delete that because we're already at 240. From INREV, it's going to be a steep descent after that, but we happen to be at flight level 200. Ideally, VNAV saying we'd like to be at 176, but that's why it's coming up with that message. But we have to comply with the arrival restrictions. Then Eskdo, 250 knots or below, and then to Tartan to hold. Flight level 70 would enter a hold there, but I'm expecting vectors prior to Tartan. They have a transition via Tala, which is before Tartan, so I haven't put the Tala restriction in, so all I've put is Tartan, and then from Tartan direct to the centre fix, expecting vectors. So, anything else on this chart that's worth mentioning? Don't go beyond Tartan unless cleared by ATC. RNAV 5 required, so you need INS. There's the restrictions we've discussed. With the tracks and distances, so looking good. ILS 06, but 1089. I think we're going to have to do an RNAV approach into Sumburgh later. Hopefully the visibility will be good enough for that. But here's the ILS 1089, 1089. There's no VOR to tune here, so we've got 368. We've got an ADF on board, so we'll tune 368. Where are you? There we go. Oh, it's just. Still getting used to the performance this PC has, guys. It's just so smooth. 70 FPS with all of X2 Earth and enhanced skyscape clouds. Absolutely no bother. 1089 courses 061. Frequencies, courses, and the minimums. ILS RVR required for Cat 1 ILS 550 metres, 310 feet is the minimum, so 310 feet is set. We'll go over to ADF as well, and on the standbys. 310 set, 310. So vectors onto the ILS, and if I have to go around, missed approaches, well, MSA 3,900 south, so 4,000 all around. Climb straight ahead 3,000, then as directed, so it's just climb straight ahead 3,000 feet. So if I have to go around, it'll be Toga. Push Toga once, we'll go around, flat 15, set ground for us. Positive radar climb, gear up 400 feet, heading select, maintain runway heading, climb to 3,000 feet. Landing then, runway 06, 2,500. Let's have a look at the airport info. So worst case beyond glide slope 2,000 metres for 06. So look at our performance. So 06, 2.5%, but wet runway. It is Scotland, it's probably wet, even if it's not raining. Edinburgh 090 at 13 was the latest wind, so 090 at 13. Temperature is 5 degrees. QNH 1006. We'll try flat 30, definitely in flat 40 for Sumburgh. Air condition auto anti-ice, imagine is on. Brakes available, no non-normal checklists. Speed brake auto, and we'll use both reversers. 3 tons we're landing with, we needed 2 for Glasgow. We're going to burn 600 kilos before we land, so landing weight's 56.1. Flat 30, 56.1. Flat 30. Order brake 3, there we are. That's going to stop us before the end of the runway. Second detent reverse, and we'll plan to vacate at Charlie. If we can make Charlie, that's great, and then we'll request the Northern Apron to park, so it'll be on to Alpha via Papa or Quebec via Mike. That's it. All done on the briefing. We're approaching top of descent shortly. What's the ATC situation? We do have Edinburgh ground online, and Edinburgh Tower, and Edinburgh approach. Amazing. Some people in for some last minute Christmas Eve flying, love it. Flight simmer, I guess Germany. Weather program, so I use Active Sky for the weather injector, absolute must, for X-Plane, and enhanced skyscapes for the clouds. Rosie, flight deck to Furious, East Midlands Drift. That's what I was doing earlier, absolutely. Commander Jenna Home from Edinburgh, my home airport, beautiful. I like doing flights in the UK because it's a little bit more familiar. And I have all that lovely Orbex scenery as well. The Pieces Fit 757 is an absolute beast when it comes to climbing. Yeah, I know that has a lot of excess performance as well. Hi, Nick. VDC, sorry joining a bit late. Merry Christmas, Captain. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you very much. Stanley, are you using Active Sky? Yes, absolutely must. Cool. So yeah, as soon as we've got on stand in Edinburgh, we'll do a transit shutdown checklist. We'll roll the first giveaway, which will be any item from the Teespring store. You can choose whatever you wish, and then I'll tell you how to enter. I've got a quiz question for you. And then landing in Sumburgh, $50 Explain Gift Store cards, or if you're from the UK, you can either have a £50 UK Amazon gift card. Hello, Richard Nash. Hope you're doing well. It's a friend of mine, guys, who's coming to say hello. Starts his type rating next month, so I'm sure everyone would love to give you congratulations to Nash. Oh, bye-bye. He's retracted his message. Hi, Jane Actress. Finished 10 out of the 14 ATPL exams. 94% average so far. Excellent. Last 2 exams booked for mid-February. Flight ops procedures and is that POF is performance, isn't it? Is that performance? Can't remember what POF actually stands for. Embarrassing. Anyway, reset MCP altitude. Here's descent. Principles of flight. That's all. Oh, it's going to be a bit mind blank there. Mind blank. Let's go down initially to our restriction, which is 200. Top of the sensor chip, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Richard. Trying to think of something intelligent to say. Not at all. No need. Piece of X-Enviro. Nope, I don't use X-Enviro. For me personally, I don't need it, so don't. I know it looks great and things like that, but I'm quite happy with how everything else is here. Why is VNAV not in? I don't think I ever engaged it. There we are. VNAV path. Down we go. How's the invisibility close getting on? Yep, all fine. So that restriction at in-rev, remember, leaves us a little high. As soon as we pass it, you'll see VNAV will go bloop, put us about 1,500, 2,000 feet high, but we have to comply always with the restrictions on the charts. And this chart does say, please be at 200. See the line above and below, that means at 200, not below or above it. Now, should I use this video as a learning tool for my upcoming type rating? No, disclaimer. What was the official reason for missing the taxiway? Just so I have one loaded up for it happens to be. Unbelievable. Jane Actress, any suggestions for doing the multi-engine instrument rating? Jane Actress, it's been almost 11 years since I did my multi-engine CPL instrument rating, so a lot of things have probably changed there. I did mine in a Seneca 2 with no GPS. The GPS 2 was blanked for my instrument rating. I honestly just go with guidance that your instructors have been telling you. Relax, that's the main thing. Of course, it's nerve-wracking. I remember mine being extremely nerve-wracking, and you'll be absolutely fine. Don, how long will this flight be? We'll be touching down in about 20 minutes if there's no delay. So there's 200. Now watch your VNAV passing this restriction in rev 200. Bloop, 3,000 feet high, as predicted. So we're going to go down now to 100. Level change. We'll accelerate the aircraft, which will increase our rate of descent. Let's go to 300 knots. And we'll just see what happens when we stabilise. And then we'll go from there. Just bear in mind at Escado, we need to reduce speed to 250. Beautiful view. Look at that down there. I prefer the look of Orbex True Earth to... I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery is epic, but at altitude, even Orbex True Earth looks great at every altitude. Mohammed, hi Captain, how do you know when you start the flare? Thanks a lot. So it depends primarily on your rate of descent. If your rate of descent is quite excessive, you might want to start the flare around 30-40 feet. If it's quite shallow, as low as 10 feet. Typically, if you're doing the correct rate of descent at most gross weights, initiating the flare at 20 feet, it works well. And everyone here knows the landing technique because I've drilled it into every single live stream, using a bit of speed brake to get below 250 here. Check close hold. So at 20 feet, check by initiating the flare, essentially, smoothly reduce thrust. And as you reduce thrust, the nose wants to come down because the engines are below the centre of gravity. With underslung engines, there's quite a noticeable thrust pitch couple on the aircraft. To stop that from going, you hold, stop the nose from going down, you hold the attitude. And that works quite nicely as a landing technique. Chris047, Microsoft Flight Sim is quite blurry at high altitude. Yes, I think the zoom level or the ortho equipment is quite low number as well, I've heard, but yeah, ortho's a lot crisper. Microsoft Flight Simulator textures at altitude. Pieces fit, descent 5,000 feet per minute. That's honestly, guys, is quite normal in normal line operations. Turn getaway of engine anti-ice off now. We're in and out of cloud the whole sector, and I believe we need to now contact Edinburgh approach. They are online.
Quality 2408, turn left heading 260 degrees.
Left heading 260, quality
Take
40.
music off. A bit light turbulency.
2408, entry now you're too high. Descend flight level 80 and just turn right to the 360 degrees.
Descend 8,000 and turn right heading 360 degrees, quality 40.
Chalet Alpha 1 established speed 160 knots maintained to 4 dB.
Once established 160 to 4 dB, Chalet Alpha.
Edinburgh approach, good evening, contract 2 Alpha Papa, descending flight level 100, inbound to Tartan, speed 250 knots.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa, radar vectoring ILS approach runway 06, descend flight level 80.
Expecting vectors, ILS 06, descend flight level 80, contract 2 Alpha Papa.
Run air 1 Hotel Bravo, flight present heading.
Present heading right now, 1 Hotel Bravo.
There we are. So approaching the profile now, I'll get ready to slow the speed brake.
Right, 300 degrees,
And that 7-0 restriction at Tartan leaves us a little bit below profile as well. That's fine.
Fully Mike, turn left heading 340 degrees.
Fred, is there Unicom in real life, for example, at night?
Alpha Papa, turn left heading 290 degrees.
Left heading 290 degrees, contract 2 Alpha Papa. In Europe, no. All upper airspace is controlled. Maybe in other places in the world that might be the case, but not in Europe. So on a vector now, so it's going to go VS 1000. Don't have to worry about the top restriction. It's quite a vector off, but it is going to be towards the runway shortly. The fixed rings in, which I think is...
Chalet Alpha, contact Edinburgh Tower 18.5.
From 1.5, just Alpha.
18.7.
1.7, just Alpha.
Turn right.
He's busy.
30 degrees.
Right, 300 degrees.
Matt Simpilot, hello. Logged on to Sumburgh radar for you. Expect a windy localizer DME approach. Thanks a lot, Matt Simpilot. I don't think Sumburgh gets much ATC. But yeah, I think there's no ILS on 09, so we'll do the lock approach. And it is very windy down there as well. So post cruise checks coming up now. 180 fuel, 4 pumps. We've got 3, 4 on board. Lights. And don't need a logo. Angular bank set to 25 degrees. Pressurization 3.8 set. Seatbelts on. Recool. Checks complete.
Track miles, runway 06, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
MGS1 Captain, do you still use World Jetways add-ons for SAM 3 as options at this quite buggy products? Do you think that this is not an essential thing? Not sure MGS1, however. I've had a couple of sim crashes on the new PC and both of them were down to SAM and the air bridges. So yeah, I'm avoiding using air bridges at the moment, or doing replays. It seems to do the replays and explaining and the air bridges.
Contract to Alpha Papa, turn right to the 310 degrees.
Right heading 310 degrees, contract to Alpha Papa.
Quality 42,
Still, I'm so not used to this call sign, guys, it's really hard.
1,000 to go.
Turn left to the 240 degrees.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, turn left heading 240, quality 420 weight.
Matej hopes to start my APR next year. Depends on which school I would go to. Thinking about ENAC in France or the Czech University of Technology. Have you done it in the UK? Excellent, Matej. Well, best of luck with your flight training, wherever you decide where to go. I did mine at Oxford Aviation Academy, now what is known as CAE Oxford in the UK. Did the ground school for 6 months. Went to Arizona for the initial flight training and CPLIR, then back to Oxford to complete the instrument rating. It was about 17-18 months. It's a bit delayed at one point because of the weather in the UK. That was back in 2010, 2011. There we are, 8-0. Little cheeky flyby.
Contract to Alpha Papa, 26 track miles release 06, descent to altitude 5,000 feet to H1 006.
Send 5,000 feet QNH 1006 contract to Alpha Papa. So 5,000 feet checked, vertical speed, set QNH 1006, passing 7,800, 5,000 feet. No flag standby altimeter is set. And we'll go level change. Just keep updating the FMS. Do the approach checks then. Got the ILS frequency.
Contract Alpha Papa, turn right to 330 degrees.
Right heading 330 degrees, contract to Alpha Papa. So we've got the ILS frequencies active, box 1 and 2, 1089, 1089, inbound courses 061. We've got India Victor Golf for the ILS, just waiting for the ident here. And we've got 368 Uniform Whiskey for the ADF is checked. And the approach check's complete. Actually, no, the approach checks are not complete. Andy, can I have the approach checklist, please? And can I have a descent checklist as well?
Descent checklist.
Only a bit late.
Pressurisation.
Land out 150.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and alt bugs.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
Thanks. Approach checklist, please, Andy.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Set cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist complete.
Thanks, Andy. Excellent.
This is 240 Mike, turn left to 240 degrees.
Andy, thank you very much for the $20. I've literally just muted the alerts there, but I'll read it.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, turn right to 360 degrees.
Descend 4,000 feet, right heading 360 degrees, contract to Alpha Papa. Cheers, Anthony. Merry Christmas, my friend. May your year be filled with flights and many birds. Yeah, aimed primarily towards you. Thank you very much, Anthony, for your continued support, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, man.
Running 2 Whiskey Kilo, I'm a bit quite busy. Can monitor you on 122 decimal 8.
So a little bit hard on the glide. Don't have any speed restrictions, so I'm going to select flap 1 now. Just book about 200 knots, just to bring the profile back towards us. We've got a nice headwind on final as well. Daniel, that's correct. Flap 1. Go straight to flap 5. A little bit higher, but easily recoverable.
Go back direct to Tartar, please.
There's flap 5, just holding at 200 knots.
Contract Alpha Papa, descent to altitude 3,000 feet, turn right heading 020 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 06.
Descend 3,000 feet right, turn heading 020 degrees on the heading, cleared ILS 06, contract to Alpha Papa.
Contract Alpha Papa, once established, speed 160 knots until 4 dB.
Was established 160 till 4 dB, contract to Alpha Papa. So, 1 dot on the glide slope, speed's okay, traffic's about 7 miles ahead, so going to do now is arm approach within 1 dot, select vertical speed, bring the speed back to the flat 5 speed, and then I'm just going to use VS to slowly finesse onto the glide slope and just keep an eye on our speed. I want it back a little bit sooner. You saw that briefly, that blinking amber light on the autothrottle, that just tells the pilots that the autothrottle is unable to make that speed with idle thrust.
4208, speed 180 knots.
It is slowly coming back now, so
180,
we're okay. We can even use speed brake to help it out a little bit if you wish. Localizer alive.
Leaving my mic to turn left, heading 200 degrees.
Localizer glide slope capture, runway heading 061. And Mr. Approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. And we're bringing the speed back to 160 for ATC. All looking good. Looks fantastic. There's all the bridges of Edinburgh. Edinburgh City here. There's Arthur's Seat. Is that right? Or Arthur's Mound? I always forget that. Oh, just going to see autopilot there. That was my fault. I just knocked the trimmer. Contract 2 Alpha Papa established ILS 06. Got the call sign again for a second. Arthur's Seat, that's it. Edinburgh. Love it. Oh dear. So we just need to read the landing checklist.
Control, today, Clinton for
looking good.
to flight level 120.
Lucas, what does single channel mean on the PFD? Just one autopilot is commanding the autopilot. It'll be in command if using both autopilots below at least 1,000 feet RH and come active. Some airlines actually always engage command A and B.
06 Clinton.
Others.
Contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7.
25.
Tower 118.7, contract 2 Alpha Papa. Wait. Tower, hello. Contract 2 Alpha Papa, ILS 06, 8 miles.
Top track 2 Alpha Papa, Edinburgh, good afternoon.
Continue approach contract 2 Alpha Papa. Number 3. Busy, busy. Crank up the volume slightly. Taking the ZIBO again to Sumburgh jamming. Yeah, 1,500 meters, doable. I did look on YouTube. A 737-200 once landed in Sumburgh, but no, routinely that's too short. Having said that, Santos Dumont in Brazil is shorter, and that takes the NG frequently. So, yeah, it's going to be super tight. I think max auto brake to get into Sumburgh later on. I will have a quick 5-minute intermission before we get everything set up. What are those green lines on the screen? Those are fixed rings I put in, just to increase situation awareness. 10 miles, I must have flap 1 selected. I must configure get out flap 15 by the inner green ring, which is 4 miles here today in VMC. Throw out the anchor, that'll soon slow it down.
Monarch 9 at Papa, line 06,
Is that Monarch I heard?
We're lined up now. Monarch 9 at Papa.
Lining up now. Love the RT. Right. Get out flap 15, match speeds. Landing checklist. Just get everything configured. 175 flat 30. And Andy, please can I have the landing checklist, please?
Landing checklist. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Armed green lights.
Landing gear.
Down for green.
Auto brake.
Is 3.
Flaps.
30 green lights.
Landing lights.
Waiting on
Landing
lights.
checklist complete.
No, they're not. We don't be cleared to land, Andy. I'm waiting for landing clearance, guys. Couple of knots extra. Engine anti-ice can come off as well. Jamie, you're dashing from Echo Golf November Sierra Isle of Man, isn't that, to Liverpool? Very cool. Disconnect autopilot, auto throttle. Aircraft's just taking off now. Allbex is just mega. It looks so cool. Quick flight as well, 41 minutes.
Edinburgh Tower, speedbird 31 holding Alpha 1.
231 behind the landing, 737, line up Alpha 1 behind.
Line up and wait behind landing 737, speedbird 31.
Top track 2 Alpha Papa, runway 06 clear to land, surface wind 090 degrees, 13 knots.
Array 06, good land, contract 2
500.
Alpha Papa. There we are, clear to land, checks complete. And he would say continue or go around at this point. We're all stable, so we can
Contract
continue.
2 Alpha Papa, runway 06 clear to land, surface wind 090 degrees, 13 knots.
06 clear to land, contract 2 Alpha Papa.
300.
Don't know why I didn't hear it first time. Anyway,
Follow 98 Papa, contact Edinburgh radar on 121.2, goodbye.
checked.
121.2, goodbye, thanks for ATC.
Checked.
Minimums.
Continue. A little bit of a crosswind here, so we'll need a little bit of left rudder during the flare. Keep descending.
50, 40, 30,
Check.
20,
Close.
10.
Hold the attitude. A little bit of left rudder. Great landing. There we are. Speed brakes up. No butter though. Reverses. Reverses green. 72%. Manual braking.
Edinburgh Tower, good
100
evening.
knots.
Quality 4208, fully established, 7 miles out.
Quality 4208, Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edinburgh.
Continue approach 06, quality 4208.
There we are. We'll take the next right here, which is Charlie. 10 knots for the turn. There we go. Contract 2 Alpha Papa vacated 06 Charlie.
Contact 2 Alpha Papa, Roger, hold Charlie 3 over to ground 12175, bye bye.
12175, hold Charlie, 3 contract 2 Alpha Papa, bye.
31 runway 06, clear take on 109 degrees 13 knots. Clear for take.
There we are, and we're just going to request parking at the North Apron. Edinburgh Ground, hello, contract 2 Alpha Papa, vacated 06 Charlie, request North Apron, please.
Contract 2 Alpha Papa, well, Edinburgh Ground, good evening, welcome to Edinburgh taxis to stand 201 via Alpha and Papa, speak to you soon.
Stand 201 via Alpha and Papa, contract 2 Alpha Papa, thank you, see you shortly. Right, stand 201, there it is on the Northern Apron, all looking good. Taxi and music, please. That was a nice little landing though. We always go for butters, I know. Oh, actually, hold on, make sure I monitor this taxi because I don't want to get lost again. Second right. Yeah, it was a nice landing, nice little decrab. Timed that pretty much perfectly, where exactly we'd like to have it. And yeah, first sector complete. We'll better do the transit flow as well, just because we'll get it all set up ready for the next sector correctly. So trim. 4 units, all the brake to off, seems to be working now. Flight directors off. As for units, speed to 100, 3100 is fine. Flight directors are already off. Stop switches off. Probe heats off as well. There we are. In via Papa. Stand 2 on second on the left. This is the cargo apron. I don't know actually, I presume the cargo apron's here. It's not where the terminal is. And here is stand 201. Beautiful. So I'll keep the time 4 hours behind live time as well, so we can enjoy sort of sunset to the Shetland Islands. Sun will be setting in about an hour and a half or so. No marshal here, so we'll just bring it to a stop about, well, there we are, where's the line? There we go, superb. Right, parking brake is all set now, there we are. So 2 blues, 1 red, engines dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edinburgh, dropping off our invisibility cloaks. And then we'll take another load of invisibility cloaks onwards to Sumburgh. Train there, it's pretty cool. Superb, lovely first sector indeed. There we are. Awesome livery, the private livery, so cool. There's the TNT, which I think followed us behind there. Look how many aircraft are coming in here. It's like a little mini group flight. Superb. It's quite busy on the ground here. 1, 2. Someone's just touched down as well. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, got to do a giveaway here, haven't we? What's the first giveaway? Yes, any item from the merch store. Let me get that set up in the background here. It'd be really cool if we had the cargo lights. Actually, before we do the giveaway, I better run the transit shutdown checklist. We're doing everything ultra realistic. So can I have the transit shutdown checklist, please, Andy?
Shutdown checklist, electrical.
APU.
Fasten belts.
Off.
Probe heat.
Is...
Anti-ice.
Off.
Voice recorders.
Actually, I'll leave on the APU.
Air conditioning packs.
On.
Engine
Auto.
bleed.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Steady wheel well.
Start switches.
Off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Speed brake.
Down tents.
Flaps.
Up no lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
start levers,
cut off,
weather radar,
off,
transponder,
2000 standby,
CVR circuit breaker,
in,
cockpit door,
unlocked.
shutdown checklist complete.
Thanks, Andy, for the transit shutdown checklist. That's the aircraft now configured, ready for the next sector. Now, just because I want to get the giveaway done and just want to minimise any issues, do you guys really want to replay? I'll do it if you really want to, a replay on the landing. Otherwise, I'm happy just to do the giveaway, throw you to the Be Right Back screen, and then I'll do it there. But we'll do the giveaway first, and if you really want to see the replay, we'll do that as usual. I think that's what you'd like to say. Liam, you need to say hello to Swifty on Edinburgh Ground. Was that Swifty? I did mention there. Is he here? I'll say goodbye to him when we check out. I'll try to remember to anyway. Anyway, you guys want to win some prizes. So, guys, first prize of the day, first giveaway. You can select any item from the gift store, the Teespring gift store. Everything's on discount, don't forget, until midnight tonight, 10% off, but you got a chance here to have anything you'd like. You can have the mug, the pint glass, the new Alpaca Airways crew bag, a hoodie, a jumper. You can choose the most expensive thing if you wish. It's completely up to you. Any item is up for grabs. So what I'm going to do here is just go to the giveaway box in Nightbot. I'll be answering a very simple question. All you need to do in chat is put that in once. Don't do it more than once, otherwise it'll cause issues. It will actually kick you out because I have a anti-spam function enabled. So if you put the word in more than one time, it automatically disables your chance of winning the giveaway. So let me just type in the keyword. There we are. Enabled, and everyone can win. There we are. So the question I'd like to have you answer is, or I'd like you to try and guess what the answer is as follows. We are in a Boeing 737NG BCF, a Boeing converted what? What does the F stand for? We're in a 737 BCF, we're in a Boeing converted what? Fred says just do the giveaway. Is there a giveaway? Enabled. Replay afterwards. Not now. Keep it going. Yes. Okay. We'll do the replay. We'll do the replay after the giveaway. But firstly, I need you to answer what the F in BCF stands for in this beautiful livery. I think it's by Bob with lots of numbers. But if you'd like this livery for your ZIBO mod NG, use the command !livery, and it'll provide you a link to the livery for you to download. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the radiator down in my office now. The heating's come on. It's very warm. I'll let that run for another minute or so, just because some people might have a slightly slower internet connection than others. I'm going to leave the APU running, just because after the replay it can cause a few weird issues if you don't have any electrical power. Joe Flying Fish. The Boeing converted Flying Fish. Penguin friendly. Fungus. Unbelievable. So just before I roll it, if you are the lucky winner of the giveaway, I ask you to get in contact with me via social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can drop me an email, just a very simple request. Show me your logout screen on your Google account or YouTube account. So when you click the little icon, which is your YouTube or Google homepage, when you press that, you have a logout button that just proves to me as you. Shamefully, in the past, some people have attempted to claim a giveaway prize when they didn't actually win. This just proves to me it is you. And I'll take a picture of your username and your logo so I know it is you. And then once you contact me, we'll organise getting that all sorted. Fred, when on the ground, how come the edges are still spinning? Is it to do with the APU? No, the APU is on, but there's no bleed air, and they'd only be spinning if we slated the ground starter to ground, the start switch to ground, which then uses APU to spin the N2 rotor to spin the engines. But this is just the wind pushing on the rotor, causing it to spin. Slow rotate today, staple on control. I'm using my extreme streaming skills for the camera effect as we scroll around EI Dad. Anyway, guys, we've had plenty of people enter the giveaway, 229. So, of course, the word I'm looking for is freighter, BCF, Boeing converted freighter. It's now time to roll the giveaway to see who the winner is. The winner of the first giveaway today, there's my roll it button, is, drum roll please, Uma Osbeck. Regular subscriber who you used to be a member, Uma. You're not currently a member, but Uma Osbeck, congratulations to you. You have won the giveaway. No, I'm not rigged for a change. Congratulations to you, buddy. Get in contact with me via social media, be it Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email, whatever's easiest for you. I've taken a picture of your name and your profile picture, so I'll know it's you in that colour, and we'll get you all sorted. Amazing. So that's the first giveaway all done. The second giveaway we will do later. The $50 XP11 Gift Store card, or the if you're a UK entrant, you can actually claim. I'll give you a £50 Amazon Gift Store card if you don't want to take the $50 XP11 Gift Store card. But there we are, all good to go. Right. So what I'm going to do is jump back into the cockpit here. We've done everything there, and we'll just log off of that sim. There we are, disconnect. I'll do the replay and then I'll throw you to the Be Right Back screen. We'll have about a 5-10 minute break just to get everything set up for the next sector, to the Shetland Lions. Otherwise, we're all good to go. There we are, so that's that done. And using my pro streamer skills, I'll very quickly locate the funky replay music. There we are. Oh yeah. Get rid of Fly Live as well. Close that down. So it can cause issues. There we are. Let's have a look at that. There we are. Just turn that music on. So too much funk. Christmas Eve. There we are. I should have really chosen some Christmas themed songs there. So a little bit of a crosswind today. Right height, right speed over the threshold. And you'll notice as the flare comes here. Here comes the flare, then just a little bit of left rudder just before touchdown. There it goes. Get all 3 wheels pointing in the right direction and touchdown. You can see, look, aircraft crabbing slightly, and that's the wind pushing on the vertical stabiliser there. The crosswind coming from the right. There's the outflow valve. So there's a check. Left rudder. Such a... right on the aiming point as well. So smooth on this PC. It's such a... amazing. Let's see the view from tower. Get the invisibility cloaks off ASAP. It's really nice livery. Operated by ASL Airlines. Okay, well, I'm going to put you in the windowless window view, but you can still see out of it just to enjoy the touchdown again for 1 second. After the aircraft's touchdown, I'll throw you to the Be Right Back screen. I'll get everything set up for the next sector, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes on the hour at 5 o'clock for the second flight. Guys, if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. It does help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you all in about 10 minutes. See you in a bit, guys. Thanks a lot, guys, for that intermission. All ready now for the second sector from Edinburgh to Sumburgh on the Shetland Islands. About the same flight time, really, 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so, cruising around 33,000 feet. The next batch of invisibility cloaks has been uplifted onto the Prime Air 737. It's so nice to see Alpaca Cargo here as well. The real proper logistics company getting all the goods you ever need safely to your destination. Anyway, I've completed the walk around. We'll get into the cockpits. There we are. There we are. You can see clearly the invisibility cloaks all loaded on there. There we are. And now get ourselves into the cockpit. There we are. Oh, professional as ever. Cool. So the aircraft's in this sort of transit state, exactly as I left it before the replay. The only thing I've done is we have GPU, but I've left it on the APU for the turn, which is fine. Open the doors. That's it. So we can open that. Voice recorder's on. We'll see if there's any ATIS available. Grab the latest weather, and then we'll grab a clearance, which off at 1:15. That's what I've sort of planned for during the stream. So 13135 for the ATIS. Let's see if we can pick it up on voice.
090 degrees 13 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Scattered 4,100 feet. Temperature +5. Dew point -0. QNH 1006. Acknowledge receipt of information Delta. And advise aircraft type on first contact.
Roger.
Edinburgh information Delta. Time 1620 Zulu. Runway in use 06. Transition level flight level 75. Surface wind 090 degrees 13 knots.
There we are, all copied. So it's quite nice. We've got wind from 13 knots from the east, runway 06 in use. 10k, scanned at 4,100 watt, 5 degrees, QNH is 1006. So all looking good. M-freight was set 1150. That is set, and we're all ready to load the FMC. Just need to reset the clock. There we are, and we're still 4 hours. Actually, no, what's the time now? 17, 30, 40, 15. Yeah, we're 4 hours behind live time, so we're getting around sunset by the time we get towards the Shetlands. So, index, ident, pos, Edinburgh, Echo, Golf, Papa, Hotel. And we're routing to Sumburgh, which I actually don't know what the code is. It's Echo, Golf, Papa, Bravo. Call sign now is contract 8 Alpha Papa, so that is Alpha Bravo Romeo 8 Alpha Papa. Departure 06, and we'll be flying the Grice for Delta. Now the routing I've slightly modified. There's no upper airways actually towards Sumburgh. There's some lower airways, so I'm sort of starting on a airway towards Wick VOR and the town of Wick below, and then we're sort of routing. There's no airways, so I've just gone to Ogdet, Tisev, and Tisev's sort of the initial approach fix for one of the RNAV approaches. But we've got radar, and we'll get either a localizer or an RNAV approach flow today. Not to 09 in Sumburgh. I think the ILS is over on 27, so we have to do an opposition approach today. Anyway, after Grice, Papa 600 to Asnud. Oops. From there it's direct to Wick VOR. Whisker? Whiskey India Kilo. Direct Ogdet, sorry. Ogdet. Direct Tisev. And we'll select for now arrivals RNAV 09 via. Oh no, that's not RNAV, sorry. RNAV 09 via Ogdet. Okay, and that should include the Tisev restriction. So Ogdet, Tisev, and then we'll just bring Papa Bravo after Tisev here. There we are. So that's activated. We'll execute. Better get some fuel actually for this sector, shouldn't we? So same again, 30 minutes. Could be a bit windy later, and light snow forecast as well on the Shetland Islands. So we need 5.5 tons. It's quite a lot. The reserves are 2.9. The actual alternate is to get back here to Edinburgh. There's not really any other suitable alternates nearby. So alternate to return to Edinburgh, and we'll take 1,200 kilos on top of that. So it'll be 6.6 for the fuel. So we're going to go over here. Fuel. Why, thank you, ZIBO. Excellent 5-star landing, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take that. What was my approach rating? I don't think it comes up if you... None. No penalties. 10-star service here at Contract Air. How much fuel does I need? He says 6.6. Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't rank you on taxiing earlier. Oh my days. 6-6, 10 tons of invisibility cloaks. And let's call for the fuel truck.
Ground supply deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
0 fuel weight set. 2.9 was the reserves, I think. Yeah, 2.9. Cost index 30. Cruising at 33,000 feet. Executed. It's sea level in Sumburgh. The airport, so I'll put 0 here. Oh, and 330. 330 sets. Now have a look at the top of climb wind. Top of climb wind on the flight plan is 328 at 12. And top of climb ISA is -6. It's saying insufficient fuel because we actually don't have the fuel uplifted yet, so it's exactly as you'd expect. And whilst we're waiting for the fuel to be uplifted to do the performance, I'll have a little look here in chat. Plainly so, tree is put up first, Prez is open, food is in the making. Time to say Merry Christmas to all of you in beautiful Alpaca Land. Happy Christmas to you as well, Plainly. Thank you very much. Quarksies. Quacks, Quackersies, Furies and Memes. Oh, well, hey and bye. Bye!
50,
Thanks for popping
40,
in. Cheers, Ben
30,
Matthews, for the £4.50.
20, 10.
Also for the continued support. Thank you very much. Oh, not stout, but...
Grab a nice pint of stout on me, smile.
Cheers, Ben Matthews. Not a big fan of stout. Guinness I'll have as like, if anyone else having Guinness, I'll have a half. I really just don't like the taste of Guinness. What's the stout I used to drink when I was a little bit younger, but I don't anymore? John Smith's, I think it was. Yeah, I haven't drank that for a long time though. I'm not a huge beer fan. I like my wheat beers. I'll get myself a wheat beer, Ben. Thank you very much. A Hogarden. That's very kind though. Thank you very much for that there. Kevin Stevenson, what about Aberdeen? Yeah, that will take a 737 to be fair, a little bit closer. But if the departure point's not too far away, it's not that uncommon to have your alternate actually as your departure airport. From a sort of operational perspective, it can be good. TGS, your mic is a bit too low. Command Generhofen, volume is fine. I think it's okay then, but I'm always looking for feedback on that. Hi Matthew Presley, welcome to the Christmas Eve Reserve Gang. We have meetings on Tuesday. That's me and you both, Matthew. I don't have any meetings, but we're both on standby today, it would seem. Matthew Presley, a CRJ pilot who often pops into the streams. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Tom, I've been picturing uber-chilled ground crew unloading while these tunes blast out for the PA. Very cool, Tom F. That's awesome. Joe, CS, next flight will be ASL2. Yes, we're still as contract for the next sector as well. Is John Smith a bitter? Not a I don't know my stouts, my bitters, I don't know. But I don't mind John Smith. Not a fan of stouts. Anyway, how's the fuel doing? Still uplifting. Well, whilst that's doing that...
Edinburgh ground, easy 101, ready to taxi.
Easy 101, taxi holding point
actually,
Alpha 1,
the ground control was a
Echo and Alpha.
member of mine.
Taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 6 via Echo and Alpha, easy 101. Edinburgh ground, easy 492, we're also ready for taxi.
Everyone's ready for taxi. Bourbon is the poison of choice. That's what V1, no, everyone always says Bourbon on his channel, didn't they? Rum? I quite like my rum though. I can start necking rum. I can't have anything tonight though, I'm on standby.
Edinburgh ground, contact 411, ready for start departure.
Contract 411, stand 200, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, facing west, contract 411.
Stand 101, I think.
Edinburgh ground, Lufthansa.
Well, it's busy on ground this evening, my goodness.
Ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 824, stand 28, correction,
There's aircraft everywhere. A
disregard
little bit
hold
tight
position
an apron for an A300, I think.
Ground from 240, can we take stand 25?
No.
Eurowings 240, A firm 25
So
is fine.
busy.
Okay, thank you, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey Swifty, it's contract 8 Alpha Papa on stand 201, copied information Delta QNH 1006, departure clearance to Sumburgh, please.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, delivery is online, contact in for clearance 121.975, I'll speak to you shortly, Captain.
121.975, thank you.
Minimums.
Clearance is online.
Approaching minimums.
We called everyone here. Thank you very much, Kevin Stevenson, for your continued support as a member. Really appreciate it, buddy. Merry Christmas. Got to go and get the house ready for tomorrow. Deck the halls and all that. Excellent, Kevin. 26 months as a member. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your continued support as well. And have a great Christmas. Thank you. Oh, poor Swifty. I read all that and didn't hear me. Clearance, Edinburgh clearance, good evening. Contract 8 Alpha Papa on the North Apron, stand 201, information Delta, QNH 1006, departure clearance to Sumburgh, please. Is it pronounced Sumburgh?
Flight deck to semi-northern.
Appreciate it.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Edinburgh LV, hello. Clear to Sumburgh via Grice for Delta departure, squawk 5210.
Clear to Sumburgh on the Grice for Delta departure, and just confirm the squawk, please. Contract 8 Alpha Papa. Still distracted by that guy.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, squawk 5210.
It's Grice for Delta, squawk 5210. Contract 8 Alpha Papa.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, the correct reported on the frequency.
Okay, thank you. Interesting. What a lovely surprise that was from whoever that was talking. There is a baby Airbus A330 coming. Oh my goodness me. Can I have my clearance, Clarence? That's classic. Excellent. Right, so what we're going to do now is go into the FMC. And we shall load in Grice or Delta, confirm it's there. And the stop altitude on this departure is 6,000 feet. And the squawk we can now set as well, which is 5210. 5210. There we are. So, fueling's all done, so we can actually go back and finish our performance. Full 22k, crosswinds almost in excess of 10 knots, that's 90.2. Flap 5, CG is now going to be 5.75 units. Which is set, and the V speeds, they are dry actually here, so 131, 132, 140, 140 knots is set. So, just finishing off the overhead panel, and then we'll go through the briefing. What have I done here? Oh, I've accidentally reset the camera view for the overhead panel. I've just reset that up. I hate it when I do that. You sometimes knock the numpad, pressing control, and it just resets the views, but there we are. Your down was on nav transfer display, switch is normal auto, fuel 6 is on board, which is good. We've got Jim back on board now, and he's retired for the evening for Christmas, so I'll worry about Jim not controlling anything of the checks and missing everything there. Conditioning set, steady, we'll close the doors before I forget, so that's going to be ground services, locked, retract the air stairs, that's why. Closing the doors. MCP, so runway heading, taxi, going to be a long taxi for us out via Papa, or the long way out via Quebec, all the way down to runway 06. We can take off from Bravo, advise they're fully ready unless there's a big queue for departure. And the SID is the Grice for Delta, which is climb straight ahead to 0.5 DME off India Victor Golf, which is the DME of the ILS, India Victor Golf, which is tuned. Or 640 feet, whichever is earlier. We'll probably get to 640 first, and then a left turn 3 miles on 044. We've got 044 Charlie, and then it's a left turn from SAB 12.5, so we'll put 12.5 on standby, box 1 and 2 initially. 12.5, we're going to be flying then directly just north of the, is it Edinburgh Estuary? No, what is the fourth, is it the fourth, the name of the river, or was that the bridge? I just don't know Edinburgh, I can't remember it at all. 286, we can put in this course. It's going to be nice. Try and look out the left window on departure. 46 miles from SAB, got to be between 4,500 and 6,000. We've got SAB 46, 4,500, that's fine. Right turn to Grice, 6,000 feet stop altitude. So happy that that's all set. Just want 220 knots the initial turn, so 220 knots maximum. Just helps track keeping to ensure you don't overshoot the turn. And that is executed. MCP is all set then, flight director's on. Water brake to RTO, reset fuel flow. I've got the takeoff page, it's pilot flying, trims all set, radios are set too. So we'll get better pushback. We then read the checklists, and we'll get on our way.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
He came with us, as predicted. We'll connect first.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
It is the fourth estuarine river. Thanks, Commander Jenna. I forgot there. Hello, Avish Dutta. Hope you're doing well. Matthew, gonna need some meowing on guard to complete the holiday spirit on this one. Yeah, thankfully I'm not one of those imbeciles that does that, but I do hear it all the time. Someone did that on the 320 sim pilot stream. Got a telling off from a supervisor. Oh yeah, they were playing the stream on the PA where they. Whoops. It's busy on this 8-pin as well. Slight wingtip issue there, but yeah, I think this is only designed for, well, I think it's even pushing it for a 737, because look at the wingtip. It's, if you had a 737 on that stand, it'd be super tight. Not sure what usually parks over here. How's the whole point looking? Oh my goodness.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Jesus. Avish, hello from, I think, Westboro, Massachusetts, you're saying you're from. Excellent. Swagger, that was me. I'm so happy you heard me. Well, if that was you on that sim, yeah, don't use the frequency for that, buddy. Guys are just trying to do stuff as realistically as possible on ATC, so, you know, no shout-outs, please. Keep the network professional at all times. Clearance contract 8 Alpha Papa on stand 201. Request push and start.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, hold position, contact ground 121.75, Merry Christmas, bye-bye.
Ground, hold position, ground on 121.75, Merry Christmas to you as well, contract 8 Alpha Papa, bye. There we are. And tower is on standby. And ground hello again, contract 8 Alpha Papa on the North apron, stand 201, request push and start.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Edinburgh ground hello again, stand 201, push and start approved, face west.
Push start approved facing west, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Excellent, so, air conditioning packs off, anti-collision light is on. Now it is, parking brake is now, well, soon to be released, transponder out off, and we'll order our pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I'm showing you, calm down. So moody, this man.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released, on our way. 5 minutes late.
15 Delta stand 4, push and start.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
On our way. There's EI Dad. Amazing, what FPS is this? 53. Amazing. This is
5 Delta cancel the pushback.
as intensive as I can really make it with the scenery and stuff now. The piece is just fine. Starting engine number 2. Ed 2. I demand you show me where to go. Ed 2.
PD15 Delta wants to jet 2, Boeing 737-800 has passed from your left to right, stand 4, push and start approved.
Merry Christmas to you as well, Johan, I think that's pronounced. So, start a cloud, watching 2, 2463, 2 stable, starting engine 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
He cheers up near the end. It's just that initial taxi pushback clearance. He's a bit demanding as to where he wants us to go.
Connect 2348, thank you for flying, Merry Christmas.
Ed 2, you called. I see what you did there. I've done that before, Ed 2.
See ya.
There's EasyJet morphing into the ground and then bouncing airborne. Love shame we can't hear him. I just keep the shot on the road. I'm not going to do the forward taxi flow. Usually you wait until you see the bypass pin just to get everything on its way. Just so we get this guy out as well. I think he's already requested push and start.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
There's a flap extension cam. Don't usually do that. Sounds perfect for the flap extension. There we are, flight controls. And rudders, full right and full left. Recall blank lower to you. And I'll imagine we've read the before taxi checklist. We'll request taxi now. Contract 8 Alpha Papa, request taxi.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 065 Papa and Alpha.
Taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 065 Papa and Alpha, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So, all the way to the whole point, lights are on. Clear left, and what do you reckon, Jim? We clear right? Yes, he said clear right. Right, bug released, config. And we're on our way to Sumburgh. Quite light as well.
Ground easy 5 Tango Golf, stand 2, request push and start.
Easy 5 Tango Golf, stand 2, push and start approved, face north.
Great scenery in this Orbex. I love all the Orbex stuff. Although the taxi edge lights are a little bit off that occasionally. We'll clear right.
Ground, good evening. This is FedEx 444 with you. We are ready for pushback and
Well,
start.
you didn't use much runway. Aircraft's at an MD-80.
That we have the different sceneries of the airport.
FedEx 444 Roger, stand 2-2, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start face west, FedEx 444.
Edinburgh ground, I'll pack up 1-3, Tango, ho, 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 request taxi please.
Alpaca 1-3 Tango, taxi holding point for 1-5 Golf.
What was that? Took that ho-ho.
Taxi holding point, Lima 1, by a Golf and Lima, Alpaca 1-3, Tango, ho, ho.
Easy 15 Delta, reasonable taxi.
Easy 15 Delta, taxi holding point Echo 1.
Weather shoot looks amazing. Yeah, it looks really good, Dealey.
Echo 1, yeah, Echo.
And hopefully, I think the sun sets about half an hour after we're scheduled to land, so we're going to get some beautiful colours in the descent to Sumburgh. Yeah, 4 hours behind live time. It was of course dark now. In reality, ATC is not our team member. Voice sounds very familiar with someone. Yeah, he's a member. MGS1 Swifty. He's really. He joined over a year, maybe 2 years now, and he's now controlling on VATSIM with incredible confidence. And when he joined the group flights as well, his ATC was so real, so professional. And he started, I was like, wow, what a young guy, super cool. Right, before takeoff, check this coming. Config we checked. Flaps we have 5 green lights. Stab
1-5 Delta, hold position. I say again, hold position.
5.75 units sets. Take a briefing. The packs are in auto bleeds on. V-speed set for departure. 131, 132, 140 sets. The departure's Grice 4 Delta. Straight ahead 640. Once to the end of the runway, left turn, and then slight.
Easy 15 Delta, you were only cleared to Echo 1, but you can continue taxi now.
Further left turn, 286, and then inbound Grice. Stop altitude is 6,000 feet, and ATP is 2, I can't remember off the top of my head. Any problems, climb straight ahead 4,000, which is highest MSA around the airport.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7, Merry Christmas Captain, see ya.
118.7, thanks a lot Swifty, take care, Merry Christmas to you buddy, bye bye.
See ya.
He's lovely kid. Cool, over to Tower, and that's it. No cabin crew, so I imagine it's all secure. There we are, checks complete. Hello Avish, you've recently subscribed. Merry Tree! Exclamation mark. Thank you very much, Avish. I'm joking, of course. Hi Runa, bye everyone, and Merry Christmas everyone as well. Thank you very much, Runa. You have been a member for over 2 years now. 2 years now as well. Absolutely crazy. Thank you very much, buddy, for all that support.
151, contact ground 121.
Yeah, Sumburgh guys. The runway here, 1500 metres. We'll do a performance. We'll probably be flat 40 max auto.
Contact 411, the surface wind 090 degrees, 13 knots, runway 06, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff from me, 06, contract 411.
There's an alpaca.
4 Foxtrot behind the departing Boeing 737-800 by Alpha.
So that's a contract, but yeah, I don't think there's any contract ASA
Alpha
liveries or
05,
prime
get the bike
liveries
traffic,
available.
Alpaca T4 Foxtrot.
That's Flicks, with the members as well. Edinburgh Tower, good day, contract 8 Alpha Papa, taxi hold point runway 06, ready for departure and sequence.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Edinburgh Tower, good evening, continue holding Alpha 1.
Old Alpha 1, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Thank you very much, Tim, for the £2. All the alerts are muted at the moment, guys, so they won't come on until after takeoff checks complete. But thanks for the £2. Yeah, that was you, 13 Tango. Ho ho ho. Oh my goodness, Tim. Just about heard it on the external view. My goodness me. H is for hotel, I'll have you know. Thanks, buddy, for the continued support. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for the 3 months, member. Merry Christmas, mate. What a pilot you are. You've never seen me fly a real aeroplane. I might even be a hoax. You don't even know. Thanks a lot, Jamie. Really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for your kind words. I've been fooling you all for almost 5 years. Yeah, guys, the channel will nearly be 5 years old in January 2017. I started it January 2017, so 5 years old. We've just recently.
I'm
just gonna set up. They've almost passed. Oh no, we have just passed 75,000 subscribers now. Absolutely crazy. Nathan, remember the timer? When do I ever forget the timer? I've not forgotten it today. Didn't forget on the first thing today. No, it was good. It's all good, it's good. Just a bit of feedback, because I'm getting a lot of time off next month as well. I might be doing some polls and things like that, seeing what aircraft you want me to fly. But I've any builds we're going to be flying a couple of aircraft in the next week or so. The Beluga and the A300 version 2. Hopefully I'll be able to stream that before it's released publicly. CRJ
behind the departing A310 by Alpha 1, land at runway 06 behind.
Behind the departing company A310, line up and wait 06 behind. Contract 8 Alpha Papa. Well, I said company, but it's not company technically. Cleared to line up and wait. So lights on, strobes, turn the taxi light off because we've not been cleared for takeoff. And LNAV, weather radar is on. We don't need uniform whiskey anymore. And transponder TARA. So MCP sets, transponder TARA, strobe lights are on, waiting for our takeoff clearance. Here, Jack's Jack bragging in the background there. Hey buddy, coming in to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Hello. Yeah, so any builds, CRJ 700 again on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think that could be worthwhile taking out. Now I've got this new PC. I'm going to do some more stuff on the gaming channel, just to do some more relaxed streams. Going to start a series on City Skylines, Alpacasville, some more ETS2, some Halo, and what's the other game I want to start a series of? I can't remember now. Oh, maybe KSP, Kerbal Space Program. Of course, in between here, but because I've only got 3 flights in January. But anyway, we'll talk about it later.
135.525, Scottish Alpaca T44
DC 9798 146 to London City might be a good one. Completed it, mate. Completed it. And don't forget, we're going to do another giveaway once we've landed in Sumburgh. Actually, it is. I guess Flix is going to Sumburgh as well. That's going to be interesting trying to get an A310 in there. Flipping heck. God, this sim is incredible. It's so immersive. Everything is just as per the real thing. So cool. Xavier, do you ever fly in the US on VATSIM? Yes. Mostly Europe, because I am living and based in Europe. But if you take a look at this link, you'll be able to see all the live streams to date, of which most of them, vast majority of them, are completed on VATSIM.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, the service wind 090 degrees, 13 knots from 06, clear to takeoff.
06 clear to takeoff, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Tokens in chat, ladies and gentlemen, we're on our way. 40% timing, stabilised, set takeoff thrust. There, looking for 90.3. Takeoff thrust sets, indications.
Edinburgh Tower, Alpaca 13 Tango with you.
80 knots.
Check, reasonable pressure.
Continue holding up 1 sequence, Alpaca 13 Tango.
E1, rotate.
There we go. Keep the aileron into wind during rotation, keep the wings level.
Positive rate.
Gears going up. Trim.
400.
Hell no. There's a left turn into the runway. 600.
Get a bus here.
Yes. Yes. Bug up. There's the fourth estuary. Easy. Gonna fly the aeroplane a bit more though. So accelerating above V2 plus 15, select flap 1.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, contact Scottish Control 135.525 acres.
135.525, contract 8 Alpha. Make a lot for day to see. Have a great Christmas too. Bye.
Take it easy.
LGS 48, Tunso 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh. When ready, D7 flight level 150. Tunso 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh.
Just waiting for that turn of the 3 DME. There's 3 DME, so we should be
Comjet
coming left
8034
turn.
Newcastle offline,
So
continue
good.
Unicom 122A, good night. Go 122, definitely. Comjet 034, thanks, Merry Christmas.
Commands. Just get around that corner
Status control,
fast.
Alpaca 71, ready for taxi.
VNAV. Passing 43.
Alpaca 71, taxi on Mike
4,306
9
feet.
at runway 16.
Have to take objects coming
Mike
in.
9, runway 16, Alpaca 71. Scandinavian 17 Alpha, contact Sumburgh 131.3.
Sumburgh. Scottish,
Thousand
good
ago.
evening, contract 8 Alpha Papa on the Grice 4 Delta, passing 5,300 for altitude 6,000 feet.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Scottish Control, good evening, climb now, flight level 130.
Climb now, flight level 130, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So that climb now instructs us that you don't have to comply with any of the other restrictions on the sit below that, so it's like a continuous climb, very much a UK thing.
Beckett.
Don't forget to delete the restrictions though before you push VNAV. Set standards. We're around that first corner, so we can delete the 220 restriction. Passing 66 flight level 130. Have to take off checklist. Gears off, brakes off. Start switches off. Air conditioning pressurization 2.8. Climbing. Temperature sets. There's no cabin crew.
Neptune 7415, push out approved face north.
There we are, have to take off checklist complete. Look at that. There's Edinburgh. Orbex looks amazing, so much better than Orthoforex, but yeah, Orbex True Earth is a really good product if you're going to be flying over the respective country, low level, high level, whatever you want to do. It's really, really good.
Number 2 Kilo Hotel, Monaco Unicom 12 today, bye-bye.
Beautiful.
Contract 411, route direct Beckett.
There's Edinburgh Airport. There we are, passing 10.
Contract 411, route direct Beckett, Bravo Echo Kilo Echo Tango.
Passing at 105 flight level 130, pretty cruise check. So fuel 4 pumps, we've got just under 6 tonnes. Wings balance, lights, logos off, APUs off, pressurisation 3.9, and all set. Recall. Checks complete.
Alpaca 71, thank you. Surface wind 0605, runway 16 for takeoff.
Runway 16, where's that?
16 clear takeoff, Alpaca 7.
Where's that Alpaca taking off from?
Contour 21, Papa, when ready.
And broadswords on frequency as well? There you go. Vertical speed, approaching our cleared level.
Broadsword 21, Papa, when ready, descend flight level 290. When ready, descend flight
Down a broadsword, Tala 13.8.
Alpaca 24, Foxtrot, confirm your requested cruise
That's me
level.
go.
Ben Matthews, how long is this flight? I feel the food coma going on. Total flight time about 50 minutes, so 45 minutes from now. We'll be touching down.
Logan 67635, call me airborne, I'm not covering Papa Westray.
Papa Westray. Easy 15 Delta Scottish Shallow, climb flight level 130, So
and
approaching
turn left heading 290.
cleared level, can't go any higher obviously, because ATC clearance. So busy on this frequency.
Airways 198, Fox, surface wind 10016, gust 27, runway 07, clear to land. Clear to land, 07, Skyways landing. That's the easy 15 Delta, was that left heading 290 degrees? Yes, sir. Roger.
N2, does flipping on your transponder so close to a plane taking off just starting to roll risk a TCAS alert in the other plane, or do they know both are on the ground? So in the 737, I'm sure it's the case in other aircraft, TCAS annunciations are muted or below a certain altitude, so try and get this right. All the TCAS voice annunciations are inhibited below 1,000 feet radio altimeter, and you get no descent RAs below 1,500 feet radio altimeter. So below 1,500 feet it won't tell you to descend because you're obviously close to the ground. But below 1,000 feet there won't be any annunciation. You might get it say traffic on the ND, but it won't go traffic below 1,000 feet. So yeah, put it on TARA. Double check that. 1,000 feet for all of them. 1,500 I think was increased descent RAs. Maybe that's 1,000.
Easy 101, monitor Unicom 122,
Busy, busy.
bye-bye.
Launch in a second. Climb flight level 330, contract 8 Alpha. So 330 set. VNAV.
Two stations, Alpaca 139.
A little bit of a cruise segment there, so 330 set once, twice, and 3 times. Make sure we're monitoring 115.
Flight level 80, left heading, heading 81 heading 275. Heading 275, 13 Tango. Easy 15 Delta, route direct Perth.
Planning, wow, Santa's increased his ground speed of 436 knots, turbocharged reindeer. Yes, I saw he's on flight radar. He was doing about 50 knots earlier, someone showed me. He's not going to get everything delivered in that time.
Alpaca 71, thank you. Climb flight level 190.
So there we are, Perth. We're going to be routing via Wick, which I think is up here somewhere. And here is our destination, Shetland Islands, Sumburgh, the largest of the sort of islands of Perth.
Easy 15 Delta, climb flight level 170.
Ah, this PC is
Alpaca 85 Delta, start descent now, flight level 150.
It's so smooth. Neptune 7415, taxi holding point Mike 9, runway 16, report ready. Taxi holding point Mike 9, runway 16, Alpaca 13 Tango, climb flight level 130.
130, Alpaca 13 Tango.
Anti-ice off again, off and on, off and on.
Shuttle 135 Gold pushed on approved face north.
Yeah, so you're really nice. Shame it's so cloudy because the landscape gets very
Gary,
dramatic.
198 Fox, start a choice
Northern
tonight.
Scotland.
Alpaca 85 Delta, contact Sumburgh 131.3.
131.3. Pre-tune and chance for Sumburgh as well. Echo Golf Papa Bravo.
Easy 955 Scottish Control, good evening, in pit 1 Echo arrival.
So there's no real. There are some arrivals via DME ARC. To the VRILS approach. It'll be interesting to see how they do that because we can do that manually. I should think we'll either get vectors for RMP09 via Octet, which is where our flight plan terminates, or the localizer approach 09.
EC429 Quebec, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
I think the localizer might have slightly lower minima. So yeah, that's actually very low for a localizer. 300 feet for the RMP approach valve, that maybe 600 feet, so it's a lot higher. Can't fly LPV. Well, by operator we can't, we're not approved to fly to LPV minimum. We can fly it to LNAV minimum and use LNAV and VNAV. I think we'll do a poll. RNAV or localizer only approach. It's been a while since we did a poll. There we are.
Alpaca 13 Tango, climb flight
What
level
approach
160, direct Perth.
Shall we fly into Sumburgh?
Flight level 160, direct to
Try and spell it correctly.
Alpaca 13 Tango.
Easy 15 Delta, climb flight level 230.
Just double check so I hadn't spelled it wrong.
Thomas Cook 46 Mike Quebec, descend flight level 300.
Sumburgh. So put RMP or lock only. No glide slope 109. And we'll end that about 10 minutes before top of set. There we are, poll coming in.
Shallow, climb flight level 130.
Actually, will that get rid of the pinned? I wonder if it'll work because I've got the pinned comments. Oh no, we've got 2 comments.
Neptune 7
There we are, you
climb,
vote
thank
away.
you, line up from way 16. Lufthansa 824, when ready, descend flight level 140. Lufthansa 824, Ava, when ready, descend flight level 140 and your best forward speed, please.
Alright, descent 140, pilot discretion and best forward speed, Lufthansa 824.
Alpaca 13 Tango, climb flight level 250.
Dankas Toga. Yes, take off ground first. It's got a dodgy radar. My goodness me.
Air Algiers 48 on your present heading when established on the localizer runway 06, descend glide path.
On present heading, when established, localizer 59,
Easy 955, turn left heading 325.
Turn left heading 325, easy 955.
50-50 on the vote so far. Localizer only
Shuttle
slightly ahead.
135 Golf, taxi Mike 9, runway 16.
What is RMP? RMP is required navigational performance Gregory 5 TV. We fly RNAV approaches. They used to be called RNAV GNSS approaches, but they're now pretty much called RMP approaches. Essentially, it's an approach using a GPS. You know, you're not as physically selecting it. The FMS, the aircraft has the ability to pick up a GPS signal, and it's using all that information via the FMC to fly an approach built into the FMC with very very high level of accuracy. The required RMP for an approach is 0.3. So to find out your RMP, AMP, progress page 4, so you can see, look, RMP at the moment required is 2, the actual is 0.04, and that is the estimation of the aircraft's accuracy. And the minimum required for an approach is 0.3. At my operator, the cross-track error on approach must be no more than half the RMP, so we use an RMP of 0.3 for approaches. Maximum cross-track error is 0.15, and vertical deviation I don't think is modelled in the ZIBO mod. It needs to be within a certain amount as well. What's yours? Melvin's mum, what's the attraction of the RMP? Why has it got a bunch of votes? Thanks. Well, RMP approaches allow you to fly an approach without any external navigation aids, so you don't need a ground beacon, you know, you don't need a glide slope localizer, you don't need a VOI, you don't need an NDB, and the aircraft can just fly it based off GPS data or positions from external other beacons. Basically, it uses lots of different information as to its position. And airports around the world have started making RMP approaches because to maintain a VOR, maintain an ILS is expensive for an airport. So yeah, a lot of smaller airports, for example, no longer have ILS approaches, they only have RMP approaches because they can save a lot of money. They don't actually need to do anything. They don't have to have any ground-based station to navigate. So for this approach, the RMP approach, you don't need to tune anything. There's this frequency here to do with flying to LVP minimum. We don't have authorization for this. It's to do with European station, European satellite tune them up and use them. And that's, is it PPN approach? I always forget, but they're extremely accurate. That is actually using a ground-based building for position as a backup. But the RNAV approach we're flying to LNAV minima is just FMC. So the FMC database is programmed very as accurate as an ILS. As opposed to the localizer approach, which is obviously using the localizer.
Quality 215, descent flight level 180.
Now approaching 33,000 feet. Better start setting up for the approach, really. So, look how close it is. 48% RMP, 52 localizer.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Paul Emerson, one of the oldest members on the channel. He must have been a member for nearly 3 years, Paul. Thanks, buddy.
Merry Christmas, boss. Thanks for this year's content. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you very much. It hasn't come up here, but I can't remember how long you've been a member for. You were here from the very start, 3 years. It must be approaching, Paul. So thank you very much for sticking with me for that amount of time. Must be doing something all right, I suppose. Appreciate it, man. I really hope you have a great Christmas as well. I just enjoyed the content, and yeah, keep in touch, man. Cheers. Oh, it's now actually gone RMP 51%, localizer 49. This is insanely close. It's actually 1 or 2 votes, 99 votes in total. God. Sheriff Felsker, version of ZIBO mod, most recent public version. So it gets 351. It's been ticking on quite nicely, doesn't it? Oh my god, the 50-50 for the votes. That's ridiculous. I'll have to do both. Excellent. Well, I'll put the frequencies for the localizer, and I can easily switch the RMP. Anyway, so localizer 1085. Course 082 might be slightly different. I don't know if it's an offset approach or not.
Transfer 824, report your indicated airspeed.
Minimum's 300 feet for the lock. We had to add 40 feet to that.
Transfer 824, report your indicated
MTA
airspeed.
can't get below 300, so we had 40 feet just in case we had to go around, and then we'd never bust the 300.
Transfer 824, roger, still best forward.
Not as fast.
Okay, lovely, thank you.
IDF, we can shoot a 351.
Jersey 4 from Echo Delta Scottish, good evening. Climb down flight level 130.
Right. It's pretty much everything set up for the localizer. All RMP's just a little bit further ahead now. I think it was going to be the RNAV approach, aren't we? Fly the hardest, Gregory 5 TV. Well, for me personally, there's not much difference between the two.
Turn left heading 215.
But I think it might be going for the RNAV approach here. I think just because we're approaching top descent in about... Tell you what, let's wait until 50 miles.
Minimums.
As soon as we're 50 miles away,
Conversion speed 270 knots or less.
we'll end the vote. Bounce, 14 months as a member, thank you very much. Happy season greetings, 4 stripes with trading wheels. Thank you very much, Bounce, for the 4 months as a member. 14 months as a member, really appreciate it, buddy. I must get back to you, Bounce, because I know you've made a number of liveries for the channel, and I just haven't had time to go around. There's a few others who've made liveries, I actually need to add theirs. I think you made some alternate Alpaca Airways liveries, and that one on that 787, which looked really cool for prepared. So I will get to you eventually and get those all posted on Flight Deck Sim Livery channel. Thank you very much for your support as well as a member. Cheers, buddy.
Contract 411, report your indicated airspeed.
Cruising nicely here, 33,000 feet. Lovely Scottish scenery below. Oh. Beautiful.
Contract 411 Scottish.
We're doing a contract. Right, that must be about 50 miles. 53 miles. Oh, it's 50-50 again. Look at this.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Cheers, Domino Mocina, for the £3.
Merry Christmas, Captain, and everyone watching.
Cheers, thanks a lot, buddy.
Minimums. Approaching minimum.
Appreciate the continued support. Thank you very much for your donation, and I hope you enjoy becoming a mod as well.
Certainly hold it Tartan to lose the height.
Thanks, Mason Highland, 2 months member. Love the channel so much. Hope you have the best Christmas ever. Got a quick question, however.
Contract 411 Scottish.
Which is the better call sign, Contract or Neptune? Neptune's pretty cool. That's what airline's that? It's the. You'll tell me a chat. I can't remember, but I quite like Contract though. It sounds pretty good. They're both epic call signs. Thank you very much. 2 months. Right, let's end the poll. This is super close. Should come up in chat what the results were. Rigged poll. Merry Christmas, Blind Eye 95 as well. Come on, YouTube, take a while there. Closing, I think it was the RNAV. So you see the course is slightly different, 084, that localizer was ever so slightly offset, whereas this is a straight in approach. West Atlantic, that's the airline. Neptune's.
Neptune 741.
I think it's going to be RMP because it's still closing the poll, but RMP's at 52%. So let's give it a localizer approach. So RMP, no frequencies to tune, 084. I'll actually detune the localizer because you'll be getting guidance off an approach you're not following, which you don't want. Course is 084, 084.
Thank you. Thomas Cook 46 Mike, I've got a rogue aircraft at the same level, pretty much on top of you. Descent now, flight level
rogue aircraft, oh my goodness. So, following my operator's SOPs, we can't fly LPV, we can fly to LNAV minimum. Now, this means you can use VNAV, but you can also use vertical speed as a pitch mode, but you can still use VNAV. Why there's no LNAV VNAV minimum, I don't know. We have to add 40 feet to this. That's 670.
Now on top of another aircraft. Thank you very much.
Oh dear. 670. Best call sign in the world is Alpaca, absolutely. No debate there. So, RNAV approach, we're going to be coming in via Octet. We'll request the RNAV approach as well. If they tell us it's the localizer approach. So there is Octet. Then going to route from Octet to Tisev. Octet to Tisev, Tisev 2100, mandatory to be at 2100 at Papa Bravo 09 Foxtrot. So Papa Bravo 09 Foxtrot, we have to put that as a hard altitude. It'll be quite close anyway to 2100.
Contract 411, thank you. Descend flight level 2.
I don't know why it's not coming up with an estimated one, but put that in there. It's then a 3 degree path that checks the FMC
21 Papa, descent flight
down to the
level
runway,
140.
so we wouldn't need to recycle the flight directors. Minimums confirming is 37.
Rotor 2 Papa, thank you. Report the speed
636,
number approach
70.
131.3.
Which is 6. And that's it. Missed approach is a square. 01 0203 0203, max 185 knots. So we have to go around. We have to hold it at 15. Otherwise, the aircraft. No, sorry, go to flat 5, 182 knots. So we can go flat 5 on the flat traction, but we can't actually clean up until we're inbound back to Sierra Bravo Hotel. There we are. And I think Sierra Bravo Hotel. Is that an ADB or VOR? Oh yeah, VOR 1735. Might as well tune that. But remember, the distances are based off the FMS, not the
50, 40, 30,
not the
20, 10.
VOR distances.
UPS 532, hello, climb flight level 100.
Cheers, Callum. That's very generous, buddy. Jesus.
Merry Christmas, mate. Thanks for all you do. Except getting me into a Zeto that might bankrupt me.
Thanks a lot, Callum, for the £20. You're most welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for your generosity. Again, yeah, I'm getting a lot of people into sim racing. If you're a member here, if you ever want to join the sim races we do, you know, we're doing 2 or 3 a month at the moment, and they're great fun. Just let anyone know in the gaming channel. It's worthwhile knowing that Assetto Corsa is literally £3 at Steam at the moment, and the Ultimate Edition £7, so it's an absolute steal. Cheers, Callum. This poll is still closing. I don't know what's wrong with it. I ended it, but it's still like timing out sort of thing. I'll press end again.
Engine 745, Roger, speed 250 knots or less.
Raw data DB with procedure turn when. I've done that, Matthew, in the Hawk.
411,
there we are. Poll is now officially ended. 51% for RMP, 48% for localizer, 172 votes. Very cool, guys.
Quality 215, thank you. Left all the way around, head 260 degrees. Alright, left 260
Lauren freelancers do the localizer, go around then RMP, but everyone's happy, I suppose. There's Wick, I think, just below.
Minimums, minimums, minimums. Approaching minimums.
Well, look at this sunset flight, beautiful. DD 4 months, member, thank you very much. Poll is so rigged. RP equals aircraft flies it. Well, localizer as well, to be fair. Just press V, press localizer instead of L now, that's all. Might as well be Airbus. Getting great stream, thanks for great times, Merry Christmas. Cheers, DD, thank you for your 4 months as a member.
257, climb flight level 240.
Swarm, I demand a recount. Brilliant. Very nice.
Well,
top percent. So top percent chats will request to send with Scottish.
Tower 118.7, thank you. Happy Christmas.
UPS 532, climb flight level 250. Thomas Cook 46, Mike Quebec, apologies, you slightly drifted off there, but a lot of aircraft northbound. Are you okay to self-position for the RS-05? Thanks so much.
Scottish contract 8 Alpha Papa, request descent.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descent flight level 270.
Descent flight level 270, contract 8 Alpha Papa. 270 sets, out at events, down we go. Oh, this lighting, there's one thing I hope X-Plane 12 will fix, is the lighting's just gotten very dramatically bright.
Quality 215, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, Edinburgh QNH 1007. 5,000, we have information.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Cheers, Noah. Thank you very much, Mr. Chirico.
Cap, Looks like half the voters are still living in the 1950s. Thanks for rigging the poll in the correct direction.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Noah, for the $5.
Alpha 24 Foxtrot D7 flight level 220.
That's amazing. What a comment. It seems so. We've got some older boys here who want us to fly the localised only approach, which was only, well, yeah, no such thing as an RDAM approach 25 years ago plus. That's absolutely brilliant. Cheers, Noah. Hey, Kevin, back to see you.
Climb flight level 150.
150.
Laura, scrap the pole, just do a self-position vision approach. That's another option. Not doing what we do in reality.
Easy 383 Golf got a shallow climb flight level.
Gregor, when will the stream for the TCA Boeing Yoke be in the new year, or hopefully just before New Year?
Attacker 7-1, report the speed to Sumburgh radar 131.3.
Two seconds like this, I'll try and do a lot more hand flying, so you can see me make inputs and stuff.
You too.
Oh, we didn't do a landing performance, I knew we'd forgotten something, and that's quite critical, isn't it? So, 1,500 metres.
Got a lot of aircraft inbound to Sumburgh. Are you able to take up a hold at your present position?
Oh, Christ, holding into Sumburgh? My days. Look at this, 09, 1,400 metres. LDA 1245, and that reason, that is so short. Let's have a look at this. Flat 40, we're definitely going to need. Vertical speed, just bring the speed back slightly. So just going off the
Like a 24 Foxtrot on Tory, I can spot you in. Fly heading to 02.
latest weather at Sumburgh. 050 at 10, that will definitely help us. 09, it's a dry or wet. It's not raining at the moment, and it's not forecast to rain until after 1800, which is now, but it's only a tempo. So we'll try wet, let's always go conservative. Temperature 3, QNH is 1012. It's going to be tight, this. 600 to there, landing weight is 57.1.
UPS 532, climb flight level 310.
Oh, yeah, that's not comfortable. Max manual 1374. Land distance available 1378. I've got 4 meters of max manual braking. Now this is factored by 15%, so it is conservative. It's legal. You're in limits. I wouldn't be comfortable doing it in reality. Yeah, that's super tight. And that's with. This is conservative. This is wet runway, max manual braking. Wonderful. I'm going to go with max, and then I'm just going to disengage as soon as we touch down. This is AD. This stands for assumed air distance of 318 meters. So you'd actually have to work out your latest touchdown point as well. Essentially, if we're not on the aiming point, we're going around. It's as simple as that. But it's legal, and it's factored by 15%, so there's a little bit of weight in that. Contract 8 Alpha Papa requests further descent.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend flight level 230.
Descend flight level 230, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Level change.
So
not using V now because that's just going to dive us towards VNO speed. So yeah, in reality, I mean, I don't have. There's on our route network where this would ever be an issue because we don't land on runways as short as this anywhere. This is right on the operational limits of a 73. Santos Dumont in Brazil, in Rio, is shorter, but they use the Boeing SFP, the airlines that operate that, which is the short field package option, which gives you a lot better landing performance than the stock engine, so it would be an issue. But yeah, that is so tight. Now, I will tell you now, if I go off the end of the runway, if the runway's wet, firstly, XP11 treats a wet runway like a runway that isn't wet. It's got braking action of medium or something like that. So if it is wet in XP, I'm probably going off the end of the runway. I mean that XP makes the runway excessively slippy for when it's wet. So we're going to go flat 40, max manual braking, full reverse, we'll see what happens. That's so tight. Isn't there an A330 going ahead? A300 or A310?
Easy 168's got a shallow climb 6,000 feet.
That could be interesting. Anyway, looking at this picture, we've only got 2,000 feet to uncleared
Thomas
level.
Scoot
We are
46 Mike
3,800
Quebec,
feet
sounds online
high,
when you're ready, 118 decimal 8, good
can't
night.
really use VNAV as I mentioned, just dive. We're about to level off, so if we need extra track miles later, we'll advise ATC, but did hear an aircraft ahead.
Alpaca 13 Tango, report your indicated airspeed.
Andrew, can you land on the numbers in this situation? No, you've got to obey the PAPIs, and the assumed air distance is taking that into account. I mean, technically you could, but you shouldn't go below the PAPIs. You need to go 4 reds to land on
Alpaca
numbers.
24 Foxtrot, descent flight level
You just don't do
180.
it commercially.
Descent 180, I'm with the people push.
Concord next.
1,000 to go.
Melvin's mum, that's true, there'll be an A330 just off the end of the runway to slow us down. Perfect.
No worries, thank you. Scandinavian 4610 and 4609, nothing further for you. Monitor Unicom 1 to you today. Bye bye.
So we are just over the northern part of the North Sea, so the Scottish Islands to the left, which I just was about to look at, but the clouds have just arrived. God, look at these aircraft going in. Crazy.
Thanks, bye bye. Break Alpaca 24 Foxtrot, contact Sumburgh 131.39. 131.3, good day, Alpaca 24 Foxtrot.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I've never seen all this. Times that. Preemptive excuses, love it. Absolutely, I'm going to cover myself on this channel. Gregory, I was going to get the TCA yoke, but it's $150. In my currency, it's 22,000
Quality 215,
That's a lot of money to buy a motorbike with. That, well, it is. So I want to get a motorbike from your country. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a big investment, obviously, if you're serious into flight simming. But that review is an honest review. I spoke to Thrustmaster directly. They actually went to Boeing directly to get feedback, and they had a number of pilots from Boeing test the product and use it. So, I mean, my input was only from my experience flying the 737 yoke, and it's a really nice feeling. It's lighter, of course, because you know, as I mentioned in the video, it's not mechanically linked to any hydraulic units. You're actually having to physically push it, but trying to make those inputs, and it is a nice weight to it. We're getting super high here. Contract 8 Alpha Papa, request further descent.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descent flight level 190, fly heading 015.
Heading 015 degrees, descent flight level 190, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Need this here, so level change, heading select, 25 degrees. Can't see any of these little islands. Oh, there's a little bit there, look. An airport there as well, I think. Oh no, it's just buildings. Vlad, what's the difference between RNAV and RMP approaches? Technically nothing. They completely reworded it all 2 or 3 years ago because it was incredibly confusing. They had RNAV GNSS approaches, RMP approaches, and it all was essentially the same thing. You have LPV minima, which is localizer, I think it's performance guidance, and the V for vertical, so it's like
resume on navigation
additional guidance on top of
hold at flight level 190.
RNAV there, something like a Sumburgh. What was that for me? Sure.
Easy 27 Delta, descent flight level 220 and route to Sumburgh.
Resume your navigation direct Sumburgh to hold. Sorry, contract 8 Alpha, I've just got the message, direct Sumburgh to hold. So, Sierra Uniform Mike.
Alpaca 13 Tango, descent when ready, flight level
Executes.
190.
Well, I'll start slowing down. Change. Let's reselect the localizer approach.
Alpaca 13 Tango, when ready,
Which I
descent
think
flight level 190.
has the
Flight level 190, 13 Tango. Easy 15 Delta, to confirm when ready, descent flight level 220,
that doesn't
Sumburgh
have the
to hold.
Sumburgh holds. Just make sure LNAV here. Oops. I was not expecting this.
Hello, Easy 258, passing 3,800, climbing 6,000. Easy 258, Scottish Control, hello, climb 6,000 feet.
Sumburgh 263, left-hand turns.
Bells in the go.
263 left. 263 left.
168,
And
climb
there's
flight
no
level
distance, so we'll do
220.
1 minute legs at that altitude by the time we get there. So execute.
Shuttle
Holes in
135
the
Golf, sorry, I'm going to
FMS.
close up shortly. Edinburgh Tower's online, but for now, to South Sectors 406 and Unicom 1228.
So I'll leave it as it is for now. Just reaching direct onto after the hold. Might have to do the procedural approach onto the lock.
5 Tango off. I didn't, but it's a good time now actually. You can resume own navigation to Sumburgh to hold, descend flight level 250.
Oh, goodness me. So in this direction here is going to be
50,
a
40,
parallel entry.
30, 20,
Alnav should
10.
manage it. So the fact that it's coming up here. Austin Powers?
Yep, this landing is very tight like a tiger, like a macho man village people.
810, climb flight level 330.
What? Austin Powers? Thanks to the £5 tip. Yeah, this landing is very tight like a tiger, like a
Alpaca
macho
13 Tango, contact Summer radar
village
131
people.
decimal 3.
What is going on? Thanks, person.
131 decimal 3, Alpaca 13 Tango.
Holds in. What
Contact
was
8
that?
Alpha Papa, contact Summer radar 131 decimal 3.
131 decimal 3, contract 8 Alpha Papa, bye. Oh, he's got a
Alright.
lot of work to do.
Easy 15.
Sumburgh radar, good evening, Roger. Neptune 7415, descend flight level 140.
He's got some serious amount of work to do.
Right level 140, Neptune 7415.
Summer radar, good evening, contract 8 Alpha Papa, maintaining flight level 190, inbound Sumburgh to hold, request descent when available.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Sumburgh radar, roger. The delay 5 to 10 minutes, descend flight level 160.
That's copied, descent flight level 160, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Excellent, straight away delay information, which is what you want to hear.
24 Foxtrot, turn right.
When you're flying the
heading
aircraft,
160
how long am I
degrees.
going to be holding for?
Right,
Because
160 degrees, Alpaca 2.
you know, you want the information for working out your fuel
Contract 411,
alternates, if you have to
26, turn
divert.
left to touchdown, turn right, heading
That's really cool.
360 degrees, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Right, heading 360 degrees, and descend
Hello,
4,000 feet.
Oliver, I think that's Olixville.
Alpaca 71.
I'd like to say one lesson away from taking my PPL skills test. Amazing. One question: did you ever feel nauseous and or throw up during your initial training? Yes, that's completely normal, Oliver. You're probably like me when I'm in control of the aircraft or in the pilot seat. I have no problem whatsoever. As a passenger, not so great. As I'm fine these days, but when I was in flight training, when I learned gliders, when I started flying gliders when I was 15 years old, we did the spinning. We did spinning exercises and stalls, and I was so nervous. I actually got airborne and I said, I feel really nervous. Do you mind if we cancel? And he said, yeah. So we got back on the ground. He said, and he shook me out of it. Really, he was like, no, you'll be fine. Just relax. And once I'd actually done that, I felt much more comfortable. What absolutely relieved me of my sort of, I would say, nausea or nervousness was I went up in a Tiger Moth. I was about 16 years old. You know, an aircraft which is best part of 80 years old now. No, older than that. Flipping heck. It's probably nearly 90 years old, Tiger Moth. And I went in this Tiger Moth, 90-year-old aircraft, open cockpit, and I went in this thing, I was absolutely petrified, but the pilot threw it around the sky. Looped the loop, barrel rolls, absolutely loved it. Absolutely fine. And I landed.
Bells in the go.
And I was like, this aircraft is 80 years old, 90 years old, and I'm in it with an open cockpit, and he was flying upside down briefly, and I was like, that was absolutely fine. And ever since then, no real problem with it. So there you go. 160. So again, the VNAV profile, don't worry about so much if you're predicting to enter a hold, just keep the step descent going down. I've brought the speed right back to holding speed. And there is Sumburgh straight ahead, the Shetland Islands. There it is. What's going on down there? This tiny airport. Again, another Orbeck scenery. Nictus Tiger Moth is a blind.
Contract 411, speed 180 knots, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
A classic, absolute classic.
Speed 180 knots, 3,000 feet, contract 411.
And contract 411, turn right heading 050 degrees.
Right heading 050 degrees, contract 411.
Time this.
Engine 7415, fly heading 360 degrees, speed 220.
I just wear a parachute to Tiger Moth, and whilst gliding as well.
Fly heading 360 degrees, speed 220 knots, Neptune 7415.
Callum, was that through cadets? Some of my best, most memories were gliding quality cadets. No, it was actually a local flying club, local gliding club. I joined air cadets. I went to an air cadets trial thing. My local air cadets didn't really like it, didn't really appeal to me at the time. I was like, I always remember because the air cadets place they were doing it was in like some sort of porta cabinet and it stank. It was really like a musty smell. And I was like, that really put me off. Plus all the other military stuff. So I was like, nah, not for me. I'll go to this private gliding club, and they gave me free gliding lessons in return for working, towing around gliders and Land Rovers. So it's pretty cool when you're 16 years old. So Uber high. Get further descent hopefully shortly.
Right, 50 degrees, I'll pick a 71.
Engine 7415, turn left, heading 305, descent, flight level
Jennifer had my first ever glide flight, 52 years old, a few months ago. It was great. Winch launch is a complete blast. I know, really exhilarating. We did aero tow. Controls a glide for 10 minutes and a 1 hour flight. Mega! That's super cool, Jenna Hoover. I haven't been a glider for years. Very long time.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descent, flight level 110, in the hold.
Descent flight level 110, entering the hold. So contract 8 Alpha Papa. 110 is set. Little change. This has got to be the busiest Sumburgh has ever been on the VATSIM network. I mean, who would ever come into this airport?
Send out to 6,000 unit 1012 Neptune 1015.
Look at this. Shouldn't be too long in the hole by the looks of it, especially with the aircraft inbound.
Alpaca 13 Tango, direct Sumburgh.
So fuel situation, we need 3 tonnes to return to Edinburgh. Our alternate, we're over 4.1 for now, plus holding. So we've got at least a tonne. So about 25 minutes.
Contract 411, no ATC speed restriction.
No ATC speed restriction.
So again, Alpaca 13 Tango.
Alpaca 13 Tango, direct Sumburgh, hold at Sumburgh, flight level 190 for now.
Hold at Sumburgh 190, Alpaca 13 Tango.
ED15 down.
Catco, is it a one-way ticket or can a 737 depart from that runway? It can depart, you need to be very light. Santos Dumont, guys, landing distance available 1100 metres. Here it's about 1300, so it's not the shortest aircraft, the shortest runway this aircraft operates to. Santos Dumont is. So I'm pretty comfortable to it. It's just if it starts raining, it explains wet runway physics. It's very slippy.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, contract 8 Alpha Papa.
ED15 down to descent flight level 150.
About to enter the holds.
Neptune 7415, turn right heading 360 degrees.
Flight heading 360.
There is Sumburgh, directly below.
Alpaca 24 Fox, confirm maintain flight level 80.
Sorry,
Uh-oh, Flix's altitude bust.
Contract 411, runway 09, the wind 050.
Butter go around. No, we're not buttering today, Kevin. No, I'll be off the end of the runway. We are literally plonking it down, no flare. It'll say hard landing or adequate landing today. Guarantee it. It'll be exactly any one of that. Just have a small check.
Level 170 and expect to hold at Sumburgh.
Engine hold anyway. And flight management computer will work out the required hold entry and get you holding the correct orientation. Which is a parallel entry, I think it's going to be doing.
Alpaca 13 Tango descent, flight level 180.
180, Alpaca 13 Tango.
So, the ZIBO mod initially gives you a bit of an incorrect hold available time. It seems to sort itself out once you've actually established into the hold, but it's saying we can hold for 2 hours. That's definitely not right. It does sort itself out though. Here's parallel entry we're doing. It's a parallel entry, it'll track it on the inbound heading and then it'll do a turn on the holding side towards the beacon to then enter the hold. Should do it after a minute 30 above 40 degrees.
Right, 300 degrees, Alpaca 71.
Alpaca 71, you've got 3-4 miles, runway 09, descend
2 tons, explained snow conditions made it tricky to taxi at Oslo last mock F. Yeah, it was so
slippy. 67, say again, Q&A, check back 71.
It genuinely
QNH
was.
1012.
It was so slippy.
1012, I'll back 71.
Yeah, the ZIBO mod is one of the best holding or simulated holding aircraft. It holds pretty much perfectly. He says, there we are, there's its inbound turn. So it's done the outbound on the inbound leg. It's now going to do a turn inbound to the beacon now to enter the left-hand turn. Jade event, use VATSIM. What you are hearing, those other people are other people on the VATSIM network.
Neptune 7415, we seem to be a bit high.
This would be a perfect sector for the Dash 8, actually, Edinburgh. I think this airport receives, I don't know if it's Dash 8, maybe it's the other.
180 knots, descend 5,000 feet, I'll back 7.
Easy 5 Tango Golf, descend flight level 180. Descend flight level 180, easy 5 Tango Golf. Alpaca 13 Tango, descend flight level 150.
150, Alpaca 13 Tango.
Easy 15 Delta, descend flight level 120.
Victor, do you have to do the whole pattern in an RMP approach? This RMP approach doesn't actually have any published hold. The localizer has a precision approach, but he's providing vectors, so we're going to request vectors for the RNAV. And then he'll hopefully route us direct to Ogdet, which will make it easier, or even TSEV. For RNAV approaches, you can't route directly to the final approach fix, so you can't route direct to this waypoint. So you have to at least go direct to TSEV, that's fine. Oh, look at that with the sun setting, beautiful.
Yeah, speed 230 knots. 230 knots, back to 24. Alpaca 13 Tango, descend flight level 140.
140, Alpaca 13 Tango.
He's got a bag of treats there, so I didn't like.
Easy 15 Delta, descend flight level 110. Engine 7415, cleared for the
So now going to carry on turning right, and then we're going to hold in that left turn direction. Post cruise checks now. Turn the logo lights on, it's getting dark soon. Pressurization 3.5.
71, turn right, heading 360 degrees.
Right, 360 degrees, Alpaca 71.
Post cruise checks complete.
1,000 to go.
So we're now going to route direct to Sumburgh, and then we're holding in the opposite direction. I mean, look how tidy the turn is. It's beautiful in the mod.
Alpaca 24 Fox, turn right, heading 230 degrees. You've got 30 miles for runway 09.
Right, 230 degrees and 30 miles for 09, Alpaca 24 Fox.
Alpaca 24 Fox, descend altitude 6,000 feet.
It's drawn it really nicely as well.
6,010, Alpaca 24 Fox.
Neptune 7415 is fully established for May 09.
Neptune 7415, thanks, no ATC speed restriction. Contact Sumburgh Tower now, frequency, if I can find it, 128.250.
He's doing a really good job, this guy. Really
128.250, thank you, have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, sorry, it's 118.250.
18250, Neptune 7415.
Beautiful.
Alpaca 71, turn right, heading 010 degrees, descend altitude 3000.
So there's 90 in the holds.
Right, 010 degrees, descend 3000
I've had 185 PMD GNGXU because I don't have prepared. It is a good aircraft, but I prefer X-Plane as a simulator. Much better simulator than prepared.
Contract 411, flying taxi.
In my humble opinion.
And Alpaca 24 Fox, just to confirm the heading was 210, seems to be flying north.
Uh-oh.
210, my bad, Alpaca 24 Fox.
Flicks. The clouds looking like flying mountains. They look quite solid, they look good.
Yeah, Alpaca 13 Tango, descend
really
flight
like how
level
they look.
120, Alpaca 13 Tango.
There's Orbeck Sumburgh. Well, he got down in his... What is that I can see? Let me just go to this view briefly. Oh, no pressure. Someone's got down on his NG.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend flight level
The thing is, if I miss that exit, I've got to backtrack. I'm definitely going to have to backtrack. No way I can stop by there.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend flight level 80.
In a hold descend flight level 80, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Speeds.
5 Delta, descend flight level 100.
Beautiful.
Alpaca 71, turn right, heading 050 degrees, descend altitude 2,500 feet.
1,000 to go.
Red
now we're
050 degrees,
entering the whole
descend
studio
2,500, Alpaca
view
71.
Not going this perfect Christmas Eve television, thank you. Yeah, what else is on tonight on the BBC? Other TV programmes and broadcasts available? Is it the East End Christmas special or something? Yeah, well, so far so good. I've survived my standby. I've had the phone checking it every 10 minutes. Doesn't end for another 4 hours, but this time of day it's very unlikely you'll get called. I'll be sticking to my Buxton's water.
Alpaca 71 on the heading, cleared for the localised DME approach runway 09 QNH is 1012, report fully established.
Cleared localizer approach 09, Wilco Alpaca 71.
Look at this sunset. I hope there's some sunlight left. But to be fair, I didn't expect as many people to join the stream today.
Okay, right, 340
very
and
busy.
3,000 feet, Alpaca
Sumburgh.
24 Foxtrot, and we're able to visual approach now. Easy 15 down to descent, flight level 90.
Jess, can you start both engines at the same time and APU bleed down the NG? Is it physically possible? I don't know. Probably not. Because having packs on isn't sufficient dump pressure to get an engine started, so I'd be very surprised if you could start two. That's for me.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, fly heading 180 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Heading 180 degrees, speed 220 knots, contract 8 Alpha Papa.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, be made of vectors for the localised DME approach runway 09.
Vectors for localizer DME approach, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Would just like to request the RNAV approach via the vectored or via octet. What is it?
Decimal 250.
118250 Alpaca 71, Merry Christmas.
You too. Alpaca 24 Foxtrot,
I don't think you realised that I was still talking.
Reduce speed 180 knots.
And you repeat heading again, and we'll reduce now 180 knots, Alpaca 24 Foxtrot.
Heading 360.
Heading 360.
Let's take the music off and keep the alerts.
Alpaca 13 Tango, fly heading 170.
I'm just going to request the RNAV approach, but
Alpaca 13
vectors is fine, and I can extend the centre line, you see. Merry Christmas to you as well, Yogan, I think that is. Yeah, what if Santa's hold probably
Jersey
does.
45 Echo Delta, Roger, stand by, I'll call you back.
Yeah, he's done a good job, this approach controller. He's super busy, but we're going to go on this vector, try and build a picture here. So we've got 24 Foxtrot, 13 Tango's probably ahead of us.
Alpaca 24 Foxtrot field and slide request visual approach. Alpaca 24 Fox, turn right, heading 050 degrees, cleared for the visual approach, runway 09, the QNH 1012.
Right, 050, clear for the visual approach 09.
I've got to do the RNAV approach though, Matthew. It was a vote. No, you can exit the hold in the FMS.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, turn right, heading 290 degrees, you've got 28 track miles to touchdown.
Riding 290 degrees, contract 8 Alpha Papa.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1012.
So 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So 5,000 feet, checks, QNH 1012, vertical speed, just 500 feet per minute for now. Passing 8,000, 5,000, standby altimeter is set. And I'm just going to route direct to just octet initially, that will get rid of the hold. Did I not put my fixed rings in? I forgot to do that as well.
Easy 5 Tango Golf, descent, flight level 100.
Good position here.
Flight level 100, easy 5 Tango Golf. Easy 15 Delta, descent, flight level 80.
Imagine approach checks is complete. We'll stick with the RNAV. And just me to highlight the final approach fix as well. It's not a dictatorship here at Fly Data Sim. You can choose whatever we had, and there was a fair vote, and the majority, 52%, wish to see the RNAV approach, RMP approach. So we'll do that. Just above us as well. If he's to the hold.
Alpaca 24 Fox, no ATC speed restrictions. Sumburgh Tower 11850, goodbye. speed 1185, good day, Alpha 24 Foxtrot, heavy. Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, contract 8 Alpha Papa. 4,000 feet is set, that will change.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, 26, try miles to touchdown.
Roger, thank you. So you're on profile pretty much for that.
5 Tango Golf, descend flight level 90. Descend flight level 90, easy 5 Tango.
So you can accept...
13 Tango, turn left, heading 030 degrees.
You can accept vectors
Left 030,
onto an RNAV approach, just make sure you don't route directly to the final approach fix. You're not permitted to do that, you've got to come into the final approach fix on the final approach track. So we can route direct to TISEV, or if you're on the vectors you can extend the centre line from the FAF and make sure you intercept outside of
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, turn right, heading 340 degrees.
Riding 340 degrees, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Plenty of fuel at least. Don't forget as well, once we've landed, another giveaway for you
Contract 8
guys.
Alpha Papa, sorry, did you request the RMP runway 09?
RMP 09 is fine, we can accept vectors, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So you could just route us direct to Octet, cleared approach, which would be easiest for us. Actually, I suggest that. Contract 8 Alpha Papa, it's easier, I can route direct to Octet, which is pretty much straight ahead if there's no traffic.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, Roger, resume navigation direct Octet, speed 180 knots, clear RMP approach, runway 09, QNH 1012.
Direct to Octet, cleared RNAV 09, approach speed 180 knots, and QNH 1012, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So LNAV, VNAV, and open the speed window because it wants 180 knots, plug the up speed, it's stayed in VNAV path because it's on approach logic. Otherwise it can sometimes go VNAV speed, and we'll go flap 1. And that's it.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
And descend 3,000 feet, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So 3,000 feet set, and flap 5, just use a bit of speed brake, just to get speed back. Needs to be below 210 knots, I think it was at Octet anyway, and he wants 180. It's Dad, yeah, Echo India Delta Alpha Delta. There's a whole Facebook page, I think, for Dad. It's an ex-Ryanair aircraft. And I literally think the Facebook page is called his Where Is Dad? And everyone used to post pictures around it. The Ryanair network. I've seen it before. There we are. Speed brake stowed. And he wants 180, so we'll bug 180. And I'll have approach, guys. LNAV, VNAV, down to minimums. It's just, I wouldn't say it's that easy. It is that easy.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, descend altitude 2,000 feet.
Descend 2,000 feet. Contract 8 Alpha Papa. So he wouldn't do that in reality because the platform's 2,100. So I will set 2-1. He's already cleared us for the approach. If he's cleared you for the approach, you can descend at your discretion anyway, unless he specifically says no, don't do that. Never did the performance either. 40 on a rate max. It's going to be tight. Where is Echo India Delta Alpha Delta in real life right now as well? That'd be quite cool. Is he flying?
Easy 15 Delta, 28 miles, runway 09, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1012.
This is not going to be a pretty landing either. They are turning onto the final approach track. Sorry. Contract 8 Alpha Papa, turning final establish on the final approach track for RMP 09.
Contract 8 Alpha Papa, thanks, no ATC speed restriction.
Free speed now, contract 8 Alpha Papa. So just bug the flat 5 speeds. Look at the landscape here.
3045 Echo Delta, descend flight level 1.
I have been to Shuttle Islands before as a child. Can't remember anything. Currently in Madrid, apparently. Very cool.
Alpaca 13 Tango, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Alpaca 13 Tango.
Flawless.
Back 8 Alpha Papa, call the colleague 118250, goodbye.
118250, thanks off grade C, contract 8 Alpha Papa. Merry Christmas, mate. Yeah, the mod is just something else. I mean, it's just nothing that does anything as good as this. Approaching descent 700 feet. VNAV path, speed windows open, and we'll contact the tower frequency. Sumburgh Tower, hello, it's contract 8 Alpha Papa, establish final RMP 09.
Contract 8 South Papa, Sumburgh Tower, hello, runway 09, surface wind 050 at 11, cleared to land.
Runway 09, cleared to land, contract 8 Alpha Papa. I hope this landing is a butter with good precision. Oh, no pressure that day. Usually the runway's only about 1,400 metres long. Anyway, final approach fix. We call the FAF final approach fix. So there's the FAF, 2,100 feet. Everything's looking good. And we can do some altitude distance cross checks on the way down. 6.4, so 6,1970. 5 miles, we need to be at an altitude of 1,650. So remember, for this distance, don't use
contract
that.
8 Alpha Papa, new QNH 1013.
QNH 1013, contract 8 Alpha Papa. It's very important on these approaches to have the right QNH sets. So 5 miles, 1,650. We're looking for 5 miles here. 5 miles, 1,650 on profile. 4 miles, 1,330.
1,000 to go.
Every time, I've been flying a ZIBO mod for 3 years. Every time, I'm absolutely astonished by the accuracy it flies approaches. And this is an RMP approach, it's not even following ILS, it's just perfect on profile. Gear down, flap 15. Landing checklist. Start switches, continuous, recall, checked. Speed brake, green light, landing gear, down to green, auto brake max. Go straight to flat 40, low 162 knots. It's going to be using all the stopping performance today. Flaps, we've got 40 green lights. Top of the white bar is 1,000 feet AGL. Set the missed approach altitude. The missed approach altitude is climb 3,000 feet. Set the aircraft float level off and approach logic. And lights are on. Checks complete. Cleared to land. Disconnecting the autopilot and the autothrottle. Pitch power. Flat 40 at this gross weight about 1 degree, about 60%. And look at the attitude. 1 degree. Well, 2 degrees to be fair, and 58.7. The pitch and power is very, very close to what I'd expect in reality.
Minimum.
Continue. So, nice little headwind to help us out. Ground speed 126 knots, that's good. I think we'll be okay. We cannot float here, guys. Otherwise, we're going for a swim or hitting an A330, as discussed earlier. Fully stabilised. On an RNAV approach with the runway coded into the FMC, so RW09, you can use the flight directors all the way to touchdown. Don't need to recycle them. A little bit high.
300.
Just rest that, increase that rate to descent slightly, but nothing too crazy at this stage. 850 should do. There we are. Back on profile. Keep descending. A little bit high again. Just keep descending. A little bit off centre line. Where's my puppies gone? Why are there cars on the runway?
50, 30, 20, 10.
There we are, that's good for this runway. Speed brakes up, reversers, max, brakes kicked in. 100 knots, 80 knots, no problem at all. 60 knots, manual braking. Those brakes will be very warm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sumburgh. We'll do a 180 on the runway to vacate. Absolutely fine. So yeah, nice and firm as discussed. I had no choice. If I'd floated, that was max braking there.
Backtrack 09, vacate Juliet.
Backtrack 09, vacate Juliet, contract 8 Alpha Papa. You can see how little runway was left, and I landed just before the aiming point with max auto brake all the way to 60 knots. There wasn't a huge amount of runway left, but as is the shortness of the runway, and I've got discontinuity. That's fine. I presume this is Juliet. Yes. There we are. Superb. Contract 8 for Papa on taxiway Juliet.
Contract 8 Alpha, thank you. Taxi East, taxiway stand 22.
East taxiway stand 22. Contract 8 Alpha Papa. Thanks to the ATC and Merry Christmas.
Alright, you too.
Excellent. So, carrying a straight line and then a left turn on the East Taxiway, stand 2-2. Made a note of that. A lovely little stream that has been today. Absolutely superb. We'll do a little giveaway as well. So here's the left. Oh, there's aircraft everywhere. Oh, flaps coming up. A little bit of taxiing music as well. There we are. Superb. I'm not looking where I'm going. Too busy trying to set music. There we are. Unbelievable. Yeah, very narrow taxiway. Look at that. Right main gear's going to be so close to the grass there. APU coming on. Right, I'm just going to locate stand 22. That's the wing tip being knocked off. I don't think it's ever been so busy. But aircraft pointing in all sorts of directions. I can't even see stand 22. Is that stand 22? There's no stand numbers or anything. In reality, there's a nice big marshaller there. Oh, blast. Well, there's a. Should we just take that one in the middle? That'll do. Oh dear. I forgot to remove the static aircraft, but that's probably where stand 22 is. There we are. Yeah, this is sketchy. Lights off, do the rest of the cleanup in a second. Get nice and far forward. Oh, I haven't hit anyone, I don't think. That'll do. Right, parking brake is set. Do the rest of the taxi and flow. Transponder out off. We're on stand now, so I'll set 2000. Start switch is off. AP's available. Bus. That can come off as well. That should be on steady. Probes. Pumps. So we're doing a full shutdown now. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. Lights on, the packs off. That can be open. 20% N2. Take the anti-coal off. There we are. We are here safely in the Shetland Islands. Oh, what lights did I leave on? Taxi light. There we are. There we are. Professional as ever. Look at this. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right. Let's turn these sounds up here. Hear the engine spooling down. Beautiful. This is another one of Orbex's fantastic sceneries. All installed, sitting on top of Orbex True Earth. Not really designed this apron for 737s, but there we are. We're all down safely. Total carnage it was, but we got down eventually. One aeroplane on top of another, half of the static there. Yeah, that landed a bit firmer. I was hoping to get a little bit smoother, but I could have got away with using a little bit more runway, but you just don't take any risks when operating at airports like this. You want to land as soon as possible. Anyway, time for another little giveaway. So this giveaway is open to everyone. A couple of prizes available, so it really depends on where you are geographically, but the main prize is the $50 X-Plane Gift Store card. I usually do that because it's very easy. All I need is to provide an email address and you can get that voucher straight away. However, if you are from the UK, I can, if you so wish, you want to have that as an option, give you an Amazon gift card up to the value of £50. It's just something's available. I do it on my giveaways. I only just found out this weekend that if you're outside the UK, you don't use the Amazon.uk website, I can't actually send the card out. So if you're from the UK and you'd like to enter, you can have the option of an Amazon gift store card, but anyone in chat state can enter. If you're outside the UK, it'll be the $50 X-Plane Gift Store card. So that's that. Let me just set the giveaway up here because I have another question to ask you all in chat. Alright, so giveaway number 2. Doesn't matter if you're a regular subscriber or member, everyone is able to win. So very simply, this is the question. Remember, anti-spam is on. Please do not put the answer in more than once. If you do that, you will not get a chance to win the giveaway. All I am simply asking is this. We have just landed in Sumburgh on the Shetland Islands, but what is the capital of the Shetland Islands? What is the name of the largest town? Begins with L, ends in K. Pop the answer in chat and you have a chance of answering. Let's have a look at some of those questions. Sorry, some of the stuff asked here. Total carnage, Merry Christmas. Wonder how many stands here are big enough for a 7.3. Most of the props and choppers here, right? Yeah, I don't think it'd be where we're parked now, that's for sure. Someone said Trousseau, and that makes me worried. Is that actually the largest place in... What's the capital of Shetland Islands? Let me rephrase that just in case it's wrong. I think most of you are putting what I think is the correct answer. ZIBO mod, flawless today. Absolutely flawless. Latest public version, this one was 341.8. I really just couldn't see anything wrong with it. It's been so good recently. The updates have just been very small fixes, but what's most important, the FMS, LNAV, VNAV, and the automation is very good at the moment. Very good. So I'd back up this latest public version. Let me just double check. Confidently say, guys, upgrade to this version. 351.8, back it up as well. Back it up. So when you update it, you still have this one to fall back to, because it is handling beautifully at the moment. Los Angeles. Richard Daniels, what outrageous comment. Delia, I'm just typing what everyone else typed. It's a good idea, really. Awesome stuff. I think that will do. I think everyone's put in the correct answer there, and plenty of people that Domino was seeing as Shetshin, unbelievable. Usually when the answers start going south is usually where everyone has answered the correct question there. Paris, unbelievable. Of course, Lerwick. Is it Lerwick pronunciation? Check, maybe. Google says that's the capital of the Shetland Islands, and that was the correct answer I'm looking for. So we'll now roll the giveaway. The winner of the second giveaway Christmas Eve special is Peter Fletcher. And 2 members haven't won it. No members have won tonight. Definitely unrigged. It's completely random. Peter Fletcher, who's been subscribed to the channel since last year, it says. Congratulations, you are the winner of today's giveaway. I'll write your name down, take a picture of your logo as well. Contact me, Peter Fletcher, via social media, Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, or via email, flightdictasim@gmail.com. All I ask is you to show me a screenshot on your phone, whatever's easiest, just of your YouTube page with your logout screen, and then that proves it's you. He's yet to say anything in chat. He's so shocked that he's won, but there you go. Yeah, a lot of regular subscribers here, outweighing the members for a change. Congrats anyway. Still no message. You know, if Pete Fletcher doesn't come forward, you should give 24 hours. We'll re-roll it on the next one as well. Anyway, I haven't quite finished yet. It's a bit of a favour really to ask, and on the channel, we were talking about it briefly here. ZIBO provides the ZIBO mod for the public completely for free. Oh yeah, Pete Fletcher says, very shocked, thank you, no problem Peter. Anyway, as I was saying, ZIBO provides the ZIBO mod completely for free to so many people. And I just want to remind you that you can freely donate to him, provide any donations or anything to him before you consider it to myself. I'd really appreciate that. But he doesn't know I'm about to do this. A bit of a way of saying thank you is we're going to send him a little donation here myself. Now, I was just having a look here. You guys have been so generous to me today and donated super chats. I'm just having a look here. How much was a super chat? There's nearly £100 worth of super chats. Just to say Merry Christmas to ZIBO here. I'm going to donate him £100, which is the super chat donations from today pretty much. Just a way of saying thank you and to highlight to you how lucky I'm not affiliated with ZIBO mod at all. I obviously test it for him, but just to say thank you to ZIBO. He's been so good promoting my channel for the ZIBO mod, and I just really want to give him the donations from today. So yeah, he wasn't knowing this at all. It's just a way of saying thanks. He's so good to me. I mean, I don't need to show you. I mean, I can show you the page and stuff, but it's something I just want to say thanks to him for doing. Let's do it together, so I can just show everyone his page. He'll be a bit shocked, I think, because he's like me. He's very humble. And things like that. So let's get the link for that. We need to register my drone again for this year. So here is ZIBO mod. There we are. Just to show you, you know, if you ever, here's his donation link. I mean, I don't need to show you making a donation. I can prove. You would be happy. I'll show the members in Discord about it. But that's where you can donate to him. Remember, he works completely for free. He doesn't expect anything. I just wanted to show you the link there. I'll send it to him. I'll send a screenshot to ZIBO. So guys, remember the mod is completely free. If it was payware, it would be easily charged 80-90 quid, and it would be a fair price. So yeah, you know, Lubos puts so much effort into it. I don't think he gets the recognition that's deserved sometimes for the amount of work he puts in, and it's completely free. So it's my way of saying Christmas. You guys are so generous to me, the members, and with all your donations, I just want to say thank you for donating the super chat payments to him today as well. But anyway, that's it. There's his donation. Like, if you ever feel you want to give something back to him, there is the link. Anyway, let's now disconnect off that sim. The AT today was absolutely brilliant. Thank you to all the controllers that came online and provided all the ATC. And we'll now get rid of Fly Live. Of course, it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas everyone, but we'll do the replay first. I'll sign out as usual, and we'll cue the funky replay music as well. So, there we are. Pro streamer as ever. Too much fun. There we are. So, 3 hours 52. Well done, XP11. It's crash-free today. And let's talk about that landing. So actually, the Pappy's suddenly just disappeared. I don't know if that's like a scenery thing. I actually got a little bit low on that last sort of 200 feet. So the Pappy's right, it's a little bit high. I was then correcting. Pappy's started disappearing here. And I was quite low. I did want to be 50. I was about... So there's the aim point. That's where the performance is based on me touching down. So I put touchdown about 100 metres short. It's still in the touchdown zone. It's completely legal, completely safe. But actually, in a way, being conservative on a runway like this is no bad thing. So let's have a look from here. There's a little bit of crossover. I didn't really decrab because when you're on a runway like this, you just want to candy crab a little bit on a dry runway. You're so much concentrating on making sure you touch down before the airport ideally. There was just a very small flare to rest the rate of ascent, but I purposefully made sure it was quite firm. This aircraft would easily take 3 times the landing rate we did. No problem in 4 times. So yeah, nice and short is the key thing here. So yeah, in a way, guys, I was saying earlier, the £100 donation, I didn't really donate, you guys donated to ZIBO. I've just rounded it up to the nearest £100, that was all. So yeah, guys, it's no thanks to me, you're the ones that... Tutor's ETS2, no, I've got some stuff to pack for tomorrow for Christmas with the family, but I'll see you, I'm flying Boxing Day, but after Boxing Day, I will definitely get some more stuff sorted. Well, that's the tower view, guys. You guys got some buildings. Anyway, we're going to call that a day. Let me pop you in this windowless window view for this cargo aircraft. But thankfully, this one's there. Look at that for timing. Look at the sun just setting below the horizon. The clouds are just in the way there. Guys, where do I start? Well, firstly, thank you so much for all your generosity today. Very, very kind of you for all the donations via Super Chat and Streamlabs. As I said, as a gesture to ZIBO, I'll be sending him the Super Chat payments today, but that's all thanks to you. Your generosity is unfathomable sometimes, so thank you so much. To all the members as well, thank you so much for all your generosity and your continued support as members. To all the regular viewers as well, thank you so much for coming in as well. It means a lot as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the latest content. All I ever ask is you to view the content, enjoy it. Don't forget to like it if you really enjoy the video as well. As I mentioned, 75,000 subscribers we passed yesterday, which is absolutely crazy. And lastly is Christmas Eve. Guys, have a safe Christmas, enjoy the time with your friends and family wherever you are in the world, and I'll be flying on Boxing Day the 26th, so I won't be free until next week. I will be streaming on the 28th. That will be an INI build stream promoting their sale, and we'll be in the Beluga for that aircraft, and we've got the A300 V2 coming up as well, and then some other fun things. TCA Yoke stream with webcam, as everyone's been requesting so much since I released the video. That'll be coming soon as well. Guys, I'm going to stop talking now. Stay safe. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you all after Christmas. Take care.